Yeah, you don't want to get up there, but once you're up there, it's, well, okay.
Yeah. All right. Session. Our broadcast is live. Enlarge that. And let's play some D&D tonight. And let's
Woohoo!
get fancy music going
Hi.
for the background. Howdy, howdy. All right, and we need music. What are we going with tonight? I like East of Tunisia. It's really good. Okay, hello and welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is the Scholars Saga 1, episode 21 of their campaign. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Everything you're going to see is going to be live storytelling. Nothing tonight is scripted, and that's the fun of this game. It can expand in any direction that our imaginations allow. If you're under the age of 14 and you're watching this, please consult your parents before continuing. You might see content that's inappropriate for you. And beyond that, we're playing in our own homebrewed world. It is the world of Ilderon. If you want to learn more about it, you can Google search Ilderon, and there is a bunch of interesting and cool stuff on our wiki that will teach you about the world. And we have a website too. Finally, before we get started and we jump into the recap, I do want to say something. I normally don't push my Patreon on stream, but I am working on a project of passion right now, just for fun. I am creating a Avatar The Last Airbender tabletop role-playing system just for fun, and I am releasing all of it on my Patreon as I develop each part of it, completely free for anyone who is interested. So over the next couple weeks, every 2 days, another part of it will be on the Patreon. It's 100% free. You don't have to subscribe to anything. I'm not trying to make money off of it or anything. I just had an idea for a pro bending tabletop role-playing game, and it kind of grew into more. So if that interests you, definitely go over there and look at it and give me your opinion. Otherwise, let's jump into the session and we will do the recap. All right, so oof, man, it was forever ago we had our last session for this group. This group's last session was on the 34th of Noble. Or started on the 34th of Noble. The party coordinated to interrogate to capture, ambush, and interrogate a member of the Daughters of Gindwai. After getting Morgan's help on it and setting up a location for the ambush and the meeting, the party went there and staked it out. After learning the lay of the land, they've initiated their ambush. I forget all the exact details, and they were able to capture one of the cultist members. As they were trying to interrogate her, she would not crack under any sort of pressure or torture, and was being completely unruly until Azure calmed her down. Morgan's goons came and then took over the interrogation. While the interrogation was happening and they were trying to squeeze out any information they could get from her, she did tell the party that the Daughters of Gindwai planned to darken the skies of the city, and once it was done, it would never be undone. And with that, the party was able to start putting together some ideas as to what that would mean. The whole time this was happening, there were earthquakes going on inside the city, and finally, as the party decided to move this lady to a more secure location to continue to interrogate her, stepping outside, they saw it was much darker than it should be outside. Also, there were creeping black cracks forming throughout the ground underneath the city and inching in a zigzagging fashion all over the town. As the sky was darkening, the winds inside of town were picking up more and more and more and more, to the point where it was a small-scale hurricane happening in town, until it then turned into a full hurricane with a storm, with the sky darkening and a storm forming overhead. Of abandoning, or rather, I guess, retreating from the storm winds on the north side of the city, the party saw the Shield Hands airship ascending into the darkened clouds. And there was something else major that happened. Oh yeah, over the bay, a creature composed of the storm formed and was thrashing wildly over the oasis that is here. As it was thrashing over the oasis, as it seemed that whatever the storm was doing was causing it to be enraged. A torrential rain started to roar down on the city, and from the clouds, the Shield Hands forces descended and headed towards the bay. A small-scale apocalypse kind of broke out in the city, and as this torrential storm started to overtake the city, it erupted into chaos. The party found out that any type of magic utilizing extraplanar or extra-dimensional travel would not work inside the city. Nobody could teleport in, nobody could teleport out. As such, a lot of the safety of some of the more magically inclined individuals was always predicated on their ability to not be pinned down. With that ability taken away from them, they were prone to a lot of the looting and pillaging going on inside of the city. The city has erupted into full-out chaos, and the party has decided to utilize this chaos. To execute one of the leaders of the town, a bandit prince by the name of Tydethel. So we are going to and a couple things happen in the half session. So the party has decided to raid Tydethel's palace. In their process of going towards the palace, Azure stopped and touched one of these cracks on the ground, these dark cracks, and determined that the cracks are creating the effect of desecration from the Hollow spell all over the entire town. And touching them, Azure was able to connect with one of the people who is fueling this spell, and was almost dominated into doing her will, but was able to break the effect before he was. Just as the creature over the oasis is not enjoying this storm, and it is agitating and enraging it, the water phoenix the party is carrying, the hatchling, also does not like the storm either. Most of the time its form is almost is of opaque water. The water of the storm, rather than merging with its form, is dripping through this thing almost like acid. As the water drips through, its form fuzzes like mists around it, and the droplet phases through on the other side. We are time skipping 40 minutes forward as the party travels through the city to Tydethel's palace, and I was so well prepped, but I did forget to make one page, which I'll make in the... I will make as I am talking to you guys. Something happens in the time skip. Through all of the looting and chaos going on, Nyoka Nyoka and Wilbert are going to get distracted as they unfortunately join in. By the time the party notices, they have unfortunately left the party, or you guys have lost track of them. In either case, though, I'm going to rule the Water Phoenix was flapping along, following the party. It is still with you guys. But Nyoka and Wilbert have left the story for now.
Azur wants to do something in the time skip as well. He'd like to walk close to the black lines as much as possible to see if he can get some desecration action.
Okay, just trying to recover?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it is the evening of the afternoon going into the evening of the 34th of Noble. The sky overhead is darkened to the point of where it is nearly midnight. And let's get some good music going on. The sky overhead is darkened to the point where it is nearly midnight, or it looks like midnight. There is a storm raining down and battering the entirety of the city. The shield hand has cleared a small circle in this storm overhead where it is not completely raging. You guys can see that section of town. If you were to think of like the eye of the storm of it, like a hurricane or something, it would be similar to that. Of like, it's kind of peaceful under there, but every place else is kind of like a raging tempest. Moving from there, you guys there is a small puddle of water pooling up at your feet as it is running downwards. This section of town will be flooded before the night is over. I would say probably right now you guys might be in like 2 inches of running water. Go ahead.
Azur has to avoid those. Azur has to avoid those deep places while he's still hungry.
Yeah, it's not deep enough yet to, cause, Azure the horrific, or not horrific, the parts of his weakness, but it will be by morning if this keeps up all night. Alright, so in front of Tydethel's palace, that was the page I needed to make. Let's see. I know I have a dungeon page for you guys here, and I should be able to just copy that. We'll use this, and I'll copy this, and then I'll give you guys a dungeon page. Alright, just give me 1 second to clear all of this off. No matter how much you prep, it's never enough. Okay, so I don't have any inspiration images to fill this, but I will be very descriptive. Tydethel's palace, and wherever you guys choose to take a fight at, I'll move us to the combat grid and I will draw it out whenever is needed. But for now, I'm giving you guys paper so you can scrawl the complex as needed, and I can give you guys more graph paper if you need or want it. So in front of you, you guys have gone to the southern, and I can put this on here too. You guys have gone to the southern portion of town to Tydethel's palace that stands in the distance. Before you stands the pyramid structure with all of the different all the different stone buildings that over time have been added on to make his palace, as he's kind of squatted in whatever the structure was before. And I'm gonna paste this picture, and I'll put that in the background map layer. And you guys are over here. There is a gate that leads directly north into this compound, into the main pyramid structure, which would be the main hall. The whole time you guys are here, there is shouting in the distance echoing from inside the compound and from around the sides of it. As you are watching this place, there are people running in here to loot it, and other people wearing tight apples colors running in different directions, not immediately running inside, but like rounding the compound. What would you guys like to do?
So you said there's people running in to loot the place?
Yes, there are people running in to loot the place. The gate that you guys are in front of is probably one of the bloodiest areas of the conflict.
Okay, so
Alright.
the guards are fighting looters. Okay.
Yes.
So let's just... Should we try and go through the back maybe, or...
Yeah, let's look for another gate.
Yeah? Yeah? Go away from the main area?
Okay.
That
I'm
sounds
going
like a
to-
fantastic idea.
I'm going to put
Aha.
an X on your guys' map of where
Also-
I'm describing from. So the red X is where you guys are at, and I will put a blue mark as to the gate before you.
Okay.
And you
Another
guys
quick
can-
question. Roughly how tall is the wall?
How tall is the wall?
Yes.
So this is a pyramid-like structure. in
Okay,
front of you.
okay, so they're just solid structure, okay.
Yeah. The
How tall is the fence or walls that are not part of the building?
So it is a compound. You can see there is a smaller structure a smaller structure to the west that is built and attached onto this, and in that direction you can see additional parts of the compound, and to the east you'll also see smaller parts. So there it's going to be a little bit easier to scale, but I would say before you it's probably, the pyramid structure is probably a good 65 feet.
I was
Yeah.
talking about the outer fence area.
I think
There-
it's saying there was...
There isn't one, I guess.
Yeah, there isn't one. The town is built around this. Like, if you were to think of, like, all of these buildings are kind of squished into one another. The walls of one building, there's like awnings and poles on, the building, and people have set up those awnings to be stalls and or to be kind of like mercantile stalls, and the walls of the next building make for just this alleyway kind of like leading between buildings of like, it's just that squish and you're kind of like zigzagging between these stalls and stuff. It's just like the whole way that this town is laid out, like the whole place is kind of in shadows.
Okay.
And that's not just the compound, that's this whole area of town. Like you're in, an area with as many buildings squished together in it as possible. So you guys said you want to go around back and look for another way in. Do you want to head around back? Do you want to look on the eastern side or the western side, heading around back?
Like east, toward the mountain.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Or
So
which
Sounds
way
good to
is
me.
which way is north in here?
which way is north? If if you look on the little map that I've given you guys, you're the X, and I'm giving you everything from, I guess, looking northwards. So if you're the X, the gatehouse is north of you. Does that make sense to you?
Okay. I think part of what he's asking is in the concept image you have,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's a big mountain beside his compound.
Yes.
Is that east?
No, you guys are, yes, it is east of the compound.
Okay.
You guys have rounded south into the gatehouse of the compound. Does
Okay,
that...
so
Yes.
yeah, but he was trying to
it
figure
is
out,
located
like-
where it is. You guys are on the southern side of the compound. This is the area where most people would go into it at. I'm giving you guys the directions from this way for my brain.
Okay. You guys agree, east?
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Yep.
All right. As you round the east side of this, oof, I need dye. As you round the east side of this compound, you are going to be forced through one of those. You're going to be forced through one of those alleys that just, or I guess gullies that make up this whole town of Dagger Gully. There's a small bazaar that's been set up here. Some of it is smoldering. Fortunately, the rain putting out any fires. You can see the awnings that have been put up to shield people from the sun whenever, it was high in the sky or the setting sky have been torn through. A lot of people's, whoever was selling stuff here, a lot of their goods are either still here, trampled, or taken of this place was kind of abandoned in the chaos. There is probably maybe 20 feet of space from one wall to the next wall looking northwards through this alley. Of just the width of it is about 20 feet. You can see down the alley there are people shouting and fighting. A bit of the wall is broken in. There are several ogres with battering rams and siege equipment and some smaller humanoids around them. When I say smaller, I don't mean small. I mean like medium size, like regular humanoids. Ogres are just so big. They have broken the wall into this compound. Again, there are more people trying to stop these ogres and looters from breaking in.
Does it seem like we can tell how many are resisting from the inside? Like, are they kind of failing, or just as bad as the front gate, or what?
You know what? I'll give you a percentage die on how well they're doing. Just as they are able to, just as these ogres are able to push in, one of the ogres is going to step through the wall with its battering ram, roar, and from nowhere, or rather from out of sight, like through this gap, you're gonna see this gigantic arrow go through the ogre's head as it falls backwards against the wall, as more soldiers come to reinforce this opening.
Okay.
They're doing okay at keeping these ogres out.
Azur's gonna say ballista. Let's keep moving. Like another side.
So are we going back the way we came? Go to the west side, or are we just
I think we're
trying
moving
to?
Be north
around
side.
and north.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it seems like there's a lot of fighting going on in the south and east. And it looks like a lot of soldiers are moving to the east to reinforce it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. If you swing back around, you need to see if
No, they
anybody-
want to go. They want to go past this and go to the north side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, this this compound is built into the cliffs, or not cliffside, into the mountainside that is right here. As you try and round it, you can climb. Well, actually, so hold on. Let me get you guys back a step. These ogres are fighting with mercenaries. There's about a 10-foot opening between the building on the eastern side of this place and the wall, or the building that's on the eastern side of this place. Look, let me just draw this out for you guys for a second so you can kind of see what you're looking at. So you're in this narrow alleyway that is a bazaar. This is a building on the east side here, and on the west side, this is the compound, and the compound goes like this. The ogres have broken through, and I'll do this in magenta. The ogres have broken through this wall, and they are fighting. And so this ogre, an ogre got in, and then something shot him from this direction, outside of your guys' vision. This Ogre Siege is occupying this part of this bazaar. You guys, again, I will mark with a red X, just stepped around to look into this bazaar. In order to get to the north side, you guys do have to go through these mercenaries and ogres. They do look like they have some fighting know-how, and there is a group watching their flank. You guys, as you start walking forward, a couple of unsavory people are going to turn around and look at you, and they're going to they're going to make some unkind gestures, just kind of warning you of like, don't get too close.
Just keep walking.
Well, I can either talk us through them, or we can go around the other side.
I don't know.
We're gonna lose our advantage at some point.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to either plow through this or plow through the south side, because it's gonna take too long to get around to the east side and
West side.
Yeah, to the west side, and the north looking around doesn't sound like it could be a good option. If the
west side isn't like this, the other two are nice distractions.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing.
Are
these
you guys
ogres
having
might
this
be allies.
conversation in front of the mercenaries?
No.
Kind of.
Well, quietly.
I suppose,
I mean, we're having the conversation. Yeah, we're not like.
We're probably not walking towards them anymore.
How far down this alley are they?
I would say you guys could be in shouting distance of them. This whole place, let's see, I said this was about 20 feet wide, so let me just math it real quick. 10 feet, so if it's 20...
Double,
So about
90.
Yeah, I would
40
say...
feet to the wall.
Yeah, I would say about 45, 50 feet is going to be your guys' distance to get in.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be able to hear what we're... Especially with the din of battle.
Yeah. But if you guys are having this conversation there, like if you guys are talking, they're still in shouting range of you guys.
Okay.
Because
the other thing, one thing to consider, guys, is these guys might be a valuable help in getting us in.
That's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we just saw that ogre just get blasted in the skull with a ballista. So
If we're gonna go in this way, we need to do it while the other ogre's still up as a distraction.
which means we're gonna have to help him.
Uh-huh.
So, we helping or are we moving on to a different area?
I can probably talk us in.
Let's try it then.
All right, let's do it.
You guys approach.
Yeah, Azur's gonna call ahead. You lads are doing great. We've come to reinforce you. Let's get inside.
There is
nice.
there's going to be a man holding a book. He puts his hand over it and says, not another step. The vault, our Tide Ethel's vault, is ours, and we ain't sharing.
We don't want the vault.
We just want his head. I get to kill him.
What was that? This guy's gonna roll, and then he's gonna look at you and say, kill Tide Ethel? Nah. Not gonna happen.
Azur's gonna nod very confidently. Yes, it is.
Look, we just want in the building. You want in the building. Our goals align for a few minutes.
Exactly.
After that, we go our separate ways. We don't want the vault. You can have it.
He's gonna say, well, you lot are on the wrong side of the building then. Volt's right here. Tide Ethel put all his force on this side. He's got his strongest one, or he's got his strongest mages protecting him. But this is where all the fighting's happening. And I suggest you not get in my ogre's way.
Well, one of them's already been taken out, so
I'll get his bones up later.
Necromancy.
When needed.
Well, you have any hints how to get in the west side?
He's gonna say, well, if you can blast in a wall, well, he doesn't know this part that well. He's gonna say, well, if you can blast in a wall someplace else and draw some fighting away, I got some hints on how to get into the east side. Another person's gonna shout and say, hey! Don't be wasting time and resources on the east. Ain't nothing over there. Just servants. The man.
It's confusing
is
because I
going
thought we
to-
were on the east side.
Or west side. I'm sorry, west side. Ain't nothing over there but servants. The man's going
That's
to
great,
gesture
let's just go.
his hand and warding you guys of kind of like, damn, I got firepower here.
Brom doesn't even acknowledge it. He's like, yeah,
he'll-
whatever.
Azur will look at the rest of y'all and just kind of nod toward the west side. Like, yeah, maybe.
Well,
Over there?
time's a wasting. These guys
Oh.
are a great distraction.
I think
Indeed.
the west is better because, like you said, it's just servants. So
Okay, let's go then.
Possibly just serve. But then again, everybody in this building serves. So,
yeah.
As you guys start
Well,
stepping,
who can?
stepping back, the mercenary's gonna watch you until, you're not in, dashing range. And he's gonna turn around and say, break down that damn wall and let's get into the vault before, if anybody else shows up. What do I pay you stinking lot for?
Well, what would we have to blow up a wall? Personally, I don't have too much besides heat metal.
Okay. As a point, Brandon, I'm gonna try and remember that guy's face.
Okay. He's got multicolored dyed hair, and he is a tall feller. He looked human to you.
I don't have anything to get through a wall. But I can get into a window if we can find one.
grappling hook and rope.
Um, as you are, I'm assuming you guys are heading north back towards the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
we're headed back around to the south side.
South
To
side,
see
they
if we-
go west.
Yeah,
Yes.
to go west.
All right.
To go to the west side.
As you guys go around the gate, you're gonna notice a couple things. So give me a perception check, and I'm going to go up from the top to bottom. It is active perception because you guys constantly have to be wary about you, as this mess is brewing.
Oh no.
All
Do
right.
you want me to
and-
re-roll?
I'm gonna die.
I rolled it with advantage.
No, the 10's fine. If you want
Okay.
to use anything that gives yourself advantage, you can do that, but I'll have you re-roll the second one.
You said perception, right?
Yes, perception.
I have a plus 7% only.
I know, which makes the 10 a really, really bitey of a roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 7. Okay, I'm gonna go up from the bottom to the top.
Hi.
Annie, for Lex, you are going to as you round the corner. This scene is getting bloody. Bodies are starting to pile up around the gatehouse as the mercenaries try and push people out. They are not doing as well of a job as they are at repelling the ogres, and people inside the entrance hall are starting to fight. As this is happening, as more people have pushed in, you can see that some of the crowd has been more attracted to this scene as other people have been pushed in. Rather than looting Tydethal's palace, they are instead pulling people out from the bodies that have been piled up in the gatehouse and pulling them into the street. There are urchins picking over corpses in front of the gatehouse. A good half dozen of them. In the midst of that, moving up, Azure, you notice the same thing. Your attention's drawn to these urchins.
Brahm. I think Brahm's a 10.
Yeah.
Brahm. I'm sorry, Brahm. Your attention is drawn to these urchins picking over the corpses. Azure, you are noticing even more opportunists are kind of coming for this scuffle. And you are, just kind of keeping an active lookout for any pickpockets or anybody that would try and make trouble with you all. And Isaiah,
Both do it.
Yes.
very easy to miss inside of these urchins that are picking over the corpses and all of the people that are fighting out here and running in every which direction. There are people moving with purpose. You do denote them apart from the urchins. They seem to be messenger boys or couriers. They move eastward, pass around all of this chaos.
Are they wearing Tydethal's colors?
That's a good question. Some of them are, and some of them are. As you guys turn and you're watching the scene for a minute, there are multiple of them, each coming from a different direction and heading somewhere. Two that are wearing Tydethal's colors, you can see they are quickly cut down as somebody sees one, catches him with the blade, picks up his courier pouch and starts looking through it.
Okay, so these guys are coming from different places, meeting up and going into the same location?
Presumably.
Are they
I'll-
all like
I'll
child
roll
size?
you well, I mean, the quicker you are, normally the better. They're not all child size. Some of them are children, but generally, they're small and quick on their feet. I will say, just, from your guys' vantage point and just looking around, like, in the midst of this chaos, you're able to see 8 of them in Isaiah. 2 have been cut down. After, standing here and watching the scene for a few seconds, they disappear on the eastern side of the building. They are out of your guys' vantage.
Damn. I'm gonna say I think those guys are trying to have a secret passage in. They look like Deathl's messengers.
Should I go take the outfit off of one? Because they're small. I could do that and follow them.
I don't want to let them. Shit.
Oh, you saw something.
I don't know, because they've already been struck down, so I could just get it and, like, follow all of them.
Yeah, but those guys are going quickly. We gotta
go.
Oh,
We gotta
yeah.
go.
we either go or we go to the west.
I think they're going to the west.
They're
So
going.
let's follow
Yeah,
them.
no,
They're
I'm
all
sorry,
heading
I
east.
lied. They're going west.
Oh, they're going west. Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
Follow 'em, let's
Follow
go.
west.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
definitely follow.
like carefully, so probably so that we don't notice.
Oh, no.
But yeah,
Let's
Quickly.
follow them
Yeah.
quickly.
Okay. As you are heading into the eastern part of the compound.
Western.
Western brain. Come on, brain. As you are going to the western part of the compound, go ahead and roll me a perception check, looking for these individuals. They are moving quickly, but they are trying their best not to be seen.
oh yay!
Oh, okay.
And he's in that 20.
Haha.
Among these buildings that are all tightly squeezed together, there are other buildings that are that have walkways leading across rooftops and some of the tightly packed buildings. You are going to see a pretty, I guess, moderate home. Relatively close to the palace. The door has been boarded up, and there is a drape over the window. Lex, both Lex and Brom. You guys, as you scan this area, you can see one of these. Servants climb, or one of these messengers climb into the draped up window. And Lex, like, as you are watching, something out of like the corner of your eye catches as you look up, and you see one of them running across the building top of this building that connects to another building. The top of this building is connected to the compound. The servant knocks, or the messenger knocks on the door, and somebody then opens it, and they disappear into it. The
Do
door
you perceive the
closes behind them.
sequence of the knocking?
Do you perceive the sequence of them knocking?
Like, is it
I
like
would
a Coda
say-
thing, or is it just?
I would say
She got a nat 20. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say you see it. If you commit it to memory, or if it's important, is another thing.
I'm gonna. I don't know. I probably, as a character, wouldn't find it. Yeah, I think I would commit it to memory.
Okay.
Alright, well,
Go ahead and
Brom's-
roll me an intelligence check to try and memorize what you just saw.
Uh-oh.
Lex is probably good at these.
Ooh. Not. Okay.
Not a save, but the check is good.
Yes. Sorry.
All right. For the most part, Lex, you're able to memorize remember the knocking sequence.
What did the door look like?
The door?
Yeah.
Brum, if you go up to it, let's see what's happening on this side of
No,
town.
the door that he entered the palace in.
Oh, on the second floor?
Yeah.
It's a little higher up. You can't exactly tell what it's made out of from here. Either dark stone or dark wood. But this whole place is such a amalgamation of buildings crafted at different times. Like there's some marble, there's like some sandstone in places, there's some like really dark sandstone, and then the thing that makes all of this like so much harder to tell is there is mosaics over all of this that has like tarnished over time, so it's kind of hard to like pick out the materials. But the worst case is stone. The best case, like, it doesn't look metal at all. The best case is, some newer type of wood.
Fantastic. I'm gonna head over to the window and peek my head in.
Oh.
All right. In this building, you are going to... You're not peeking your head in stealthily.
Nope.
Do you want to do it stealthily?
No.
Okay. As you peek your head in, there are 3 people in this building down here. The area has been wrecked and toppled and turned over. It seems that they are guarding a stairwell. They seem rather equipped. Two of them seem equipped. One person has a ledger as they are looking down and murmuring to the 2 people. But as you peek in, all 3 of their attention is going to go to you. In which case, they're going to... One of them's going to draw a crossbow and say, "Place has been all picked out, buddy."
Cool. I take my head out, and then I just rip down the curtain.
All right. Go ahead and roll me initiative.
Are we all rolling initiative?
I know.
I'd say so. I think we would all stand by right there.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I kind of want to go on the roof.
Oh, we're gonna go through the roof.
Staircase is the main way to get there on the inside.
I mean, you can climb.
Yeah.
Being a rogue, you might be good at that.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I'm gonna roll.
We can do this as cinematic combat unless you want me to put you guys on a grid as we do some of these smaller skirmishes. Woo!
Fair enough. I don't mind either way.
Yeah, cinematic's fine.
Let's grab these guys.
I think it's okay to do cinematic.
Okay. All right. So, moving at the top of initiative, this mercenary has 1 initiative at a 21.
What about...
Well,
Okay.
He is going to fire his longbow at Azure, and you know what? I'll just roll this right here. Or not Azure. Brom.
Yeah, I don't think Azure would be visible yet.
And then
No, I didn't push in. I just pulled the curtain off the window.
Yeah.
he didn't even get out of the way.
No.
All right. Oh my God! That's the second nat 20. Nat 20 on initiative and nat 20 on the attack. Okay. He's going to...
Okay, hold on one second. Hold on
ahead.
1 second. I want to see what what is the hell? What is that?
Reflect missiles.
Yeah, deflect missiles.
It's
I gotta see
it's
what-
when you are hit with a range attack.
Which I just was.
Yeah, but it's when you are hit. If you can reduce the damage, you do have the option to reflect it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the damage?
All right, I was just about to roll it. All right, so it is going to be. He is going to be worth every penny that Tide Ethel has paid for this man, as he fires.
2d10 for a longbow?
It's
Smooth.
a crossbow, but he crit.
Oh yeah.
If it was
So-
2d10, that would be 4 points of damage, and that would be absurd. Or 4 dice of damage. That would be absurd.
So it's a heavy crossbow, basically.
Yeah. So to deflect now, you can use your reaction.
1d10 plus my deck.
Yes.
So
Regardless, whatever you roll, you reduce the damage. Only if you reduce it to 0 can you throw it back at him, though, unfortunately. So go ahead and roll me a nice. All right, so the he
Why is it
going
plus
to-
3 of dex?
because it's my dex, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to fire the arrow at you. You're able to like knock it away, but not without like scarring your hand or something like that. You still take 8 points of piercing damage as he throws down the crossbow and says, "Blessed thing, I got this. Get up, or fall back to the groundskeeper's quarters." The two are going to nod, and they're going to run up the stairwell. He steps forward, drawing out a longsword, and he is going to attack through the gap, using his second attack. And I just have to see what he's rolling. Ooh, he's going to wield it in 2 hands. Alright. 1d20 plus... Alright, and I'm assuming 20 is gonna hit
Oh
the
yeah,
AC.
20 hit.
And he deals 1d10 plus 3.
Strength, yeah.
Alright, as he wards you away, and he's gonna say, "Well, sucks you're gonna lose your life for this, or gonna lose your life for nothing. You should've you should've heeded the warning." He deals 7 points of slashing damage. At that, it is Brom's turn.
Okay. So Brom is going to spend the key point to activate his the visage of his astral self.
Okay.
So he can he gets the arms, and now the spectral visage covers his face like this kind of like a almost like the mask that Russell Crowe wears in Gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to take one of those arms and stick it through the window and punch this guy.
All right. This window, by the way, it's a very large opening. It's 10 feet wide, and you're able to climb in easily if you wanted to, or somebody else can get next to you. But you're able to hit him. Go ahead and roll me an attack, or you're able to attack him. Roll me an attack roll versus his AC. All right. That's not gonna hit. No, I'm kidding. That hits. Roll damage.
I did 7.
Oh, okay, 7. All right, and he is going to take that and not like it.
And as I hit him, I'm going to use the other arm to spring into the window, spin around, and hit him again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another attack roll. That also hits. You have dealt a total of 13 points of damage to him. He is not bloody.
Okay. Then I'm going to spend another key point to do Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
And hit him 2 more times.
All right, roll me 2 more attack rolls. The 11 misses as he does have some form of metallic armor on. Looks like splint to you. The 17 hits, dealing 9 points of damage. That is 13 plus 9 is 22. You've dealt 22 points of damage that you're aware of.
And that is my turn. But I'm standing right there in front of him on top, basically just on top of him.
All right. It is 16 in the initiative order. Lex. Brahm has engaged this mercenary in the bottom, or in the opening of this gap. The other 2 have fled up the stairwell. What do you want to do?
So we all saw them go up the stairwell.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
We're on the
That was the
16
point of pulling the
initiative
curtain down.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure.
now. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna rush in behind him, I suppose, because that's probably
Okay,
the
behind Brahm.
yeah.
Okay. You are so
Disengage.
you're able to get into this gap, but because this guy is standing in front of 5 feet of the 10-foot opening, he is going to be able to take a swing at you if you step out of his range. That said, you can pivot around him pretty easily, though.
Okay. Honestly, I'm probably gonna do that.
Okay,
If
as
she
long
could
as
use
you don't-
disengage as a
Yeah,
action.
Yeah.
You can disengage as a bonus action as a rogue,
bonus.
if you choose to. Otherwise, you can't leave his. You can leave his range, but he's going to attack you unless you disengage.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm not really sure. Let me look at-
So you'd still have some movement and an action if you disengage with a bonus action.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I guess I could cast Vicious Mockery. Not sure how good that would actually be though.
That one makes him laugh uncontrollably?
I'm not sure. Ooh, actually, can I just?
Go ahead.
Could I try like sneak attack and just shank them?
Yeah.
Am I close enough to do that?
Yeah, you can. So you
Yeah?
can come into the opening, move around to his side, standing next to Brahm, and you can attack him. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll. If you hit, you will have your sneak attack.
Sorry. So just a normal attack with like a dagger, or?
Yes, you can use any
Okay.
melee weapon that you choose.
Nice.
That is going to hit. Go ahead and add your sneak attack to it. I think it should be 2d6 for you at this level.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action before we move forward?
No.
All right, you guys. As soon as I get that sneak attack damage, I will let you know where he's at.
Yeah, sorry, it's lagging. Give me, like 5 more seconds, it should show up.
Okay. I will let you know what his HP is at whenever I do. All right. So on the 13 initiative round, Inaziah, Lex and Brahm have jumped through the opening and they are fighting off this mercenary. What do you want to do?
How tall is that wall to the second floor, or to the roof?
To the roof, about 14 feet up.
About 14 feet up. Oh, okay, that's harder. That's higher than I thought it was. Damn, I was gonna try and Azure up.
He's
Alright,
planning to climb anyway, so it's looking like you could assist him.
in that case, I will move over. I will shoot a firebolt at the guard.
Okay, as you aim your firebolt at him, you can tell Lex has had Lex and Brahm have had a pretty deadly encounter with this guy. He is bloodied, as he is bleeding from his side and his mouth. He's taken 32 points of damage. You guys are aware of.
Okay, so
go ahead and roll me a ranged spell attack. That is going to miss.
What is with this spell? It hates me. Every time I use firebolt.
Fortunately, your firebolt's going to roar towards the back of the room, and the wooden wreckage that is there, but instead it collides with the wall, the stone wall, and just kind of and dissipates across the back wall. Nothing is set on fire.
Alright, and then I'm gonna put my back against, move to the window edge, put my back to the wall, and brace to help boost Azure up.
Okay. So a help action would take your full action, or would take your standard action, but since you didn't use,
you could just lean there.
Yeah, since you didn't use any of your movement or your bonus action, I will say that you are able to essentially be a good climbing rod for Azure.
No, that's essentially what I was going for anyway.
Yeah, you'll give Azure 10, or not 10 feet. You'll give Azure, how tall is Inaziah? 7 feet of climb speed? 6 feet of climb speed?
I think
5.
It's about
You'll
6 feet.
You'll give him 1 square. You'll give him 1 square of climbing speed, where he doesn't have to make any check or anything to get that. Okay. That said, where are we at in the initiative round? We just moved at the 13. It is down to the 5 initiative count. Azure, it is your turn on the 5 initiative count. Inaziah has posted up along the side of the wall to help boost you to the roof of this building. Azure and Lex are fighting a mercenary inside.
Brahm. But okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
Brahm. Burp, 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 derp, derp, derp.
Azure
It's been
will.
so long since we played. I need to familiarize myself with all the names.
Azure will go ahead and scale Inaziah in the wall, hopefully as his movement action, and see what he can do from there.
All right. So, fortunate thing is, Azure or Inaziah boosts you up 5 feet. I'm assuming Azure is at least 5 feet tall. You can make a standing jump off of Inaziah's hands for, I believe, your strength modifier. I believe you should be able to just jump up here. I will look up the rules for standing jump, but I'm pretty sure you got this, regardless. So, after being on the roof, what do you want to do?
How much movement do I have left?
It's very important, I guess, that I look up the rules for the jump. So let me do that right now so I can inform you of that. Jumping, see under movement, and movement. Blah, 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 blah. Movement. Jumping is page 182 and 190. Alright. Most of the time I've got this program to memory, but this one escapes me.
What are you looking up?
Jumping.
The jumping
Jump.
rules. I'm just reading it real quick. All right.
You can cover up to a number of feet up to your
3
strength.
plus your
or-
strength. So, what's Azure's strength modifier?
3.
Okay, 3. You are able to leap off of Azure.
And Zaya.
Or Inazaya, blah. You're able to leap off of Inazaya, and you are going to be able to you're going to be able to climb up there. I'm just reading the whole rules on this. I'm going to count this as difficult terrain for you. So you are going to you are going to move the 5 feet up in Azaya. You leap 5 feet, but it does cost you 10 feet of movement. You have 15 feet of movement on top of the roof. When you get on top of the roof, the other 2 people have not made it up here yet. They are running up the stairs and will arrive at the end of the round. On the top of this roof, there are, I forget the name for them. I think they're called meticulations, or just small, like, stone half walls that are stopping people from, falling off the roof, lining this whole place. They go up about 2 feet off the ground just to, be a somewhat guard for people getting too close to the edge. The next building for you is going to be, the next building that has the doorway on it is going to be 15 feet away from your current position on the northern side of this building, or on the northern side of this rooftop.
Okay, so I could put myself right in front of that other door if I wanted to.
You certainly can.
And that's the door leading to the big building, or the one that they're coming out of at the stairs?
Yes. So the man downstairs addressed this as the groundkeeper's office. You can see that this building is attached to the larger part of Tydethal's pyramid. On the top of that building and attached in different places, you can see there are tiered gardens that kind of move off of it, or that kind of cascade down it. It is much older than the structure you are on, as it is pyramid-like in structure. In either case, you're able to position yourself between it. Do you want to do anything with your action?
I'll hold an action to attack if approached.
Okay. So you ready an action to attack if anybody approaches you?
Yes, and I want to have the what is this weapon? Sorry, didn't mean to roll it.
You're good. At the bottom of the round, the door on this, or rather the hatch from the stairwell is going to open up as the remaining guard and whatever servant that was climb onto the rooftop. The guard is going to look at you, and she's going to pull out a club and say, "All right, step aside." The servant with the ledger is going to stand behind her as he shuts the door.
So he goes back down the hatch?
No, he shuts the hatch. He shuts the
Okay.
hatch.
Okay.
All right. And
I don't know that Azur can reply before things happen. Yeah.
Oh, we'll see. They enter initiative round.
Okay.
I will roll hers first and his second. Okay. Let's move back up to the 21 initiative round. Downstairs, Brahm and Lex. One attack at Lex, the other attack at Brahm. Both of these have +5 to the roll, but I'm just rolling 2d20s. So the first one's at Lex. He is going to swipe at you with a 12 versus your AC. I believe that misses. And
Yeah, it does.
as he brings his longsword down at you, he's going to try and bash it over at Azur with a Brahm with the sweeping motion of a 19 versus Brahm's AC.
Yeah, that hits. My AC is only 17.
All right. He deals 9 more points of damage.
Man, I'm getting my ass kicked.
That is his turn, and he's gonna say, "Plenty of other places to loot in the city."
Don't want loot, and I punch him 3 times with my astral arm.
All right, give me 3 attack rolls. He is bloody.
Nice.
Yeah, he's just as bloody as you guys are. 13 is going to miss. 26 hits. And oof.
Real quick.
He has taken 50 points of damage that you guys are aware of, and he is not looking good.
Not any?
That is
Oh.
Azure or
mine-
Brom's turn. What's up?
Oh, sorry. My noise cut out for a little bit, so I just want to know if I took any damage.
You did not.
No.
He missed you.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
All good. All good. It is Lex's turn. This guy has attacked into Brom, and I think both of them look like they're not doing too well.
Could I try calm emotions and just, I don't know, see if I can make him stop long enough for Brahm to hit him or something?
Well, I already took my turn, so...
Yeah, Brom did hit him. He's taken 50 points of damage you guys are aware of. He looks very bloodied. One more attack might
Okay.
drop this dude. Emphasis on might. You know he wasn't bloodied at 27, and he was bloodied at 32, which tells you guys he's got somewhere between 54 and 62 HP, and he's taken 50 points of damage.
Yeah.
Poke him.
You know what? I'm just gonna, shank him again.
Ooh.
You can still do
Oh,
the
no.
sneak
9
damage.
is going to miss.
Oh yeah, to hit's bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get hurt.
All right. That.
Do you
is-
have 2 attacks yet, Annie?
No.
Rogues never
just
get 2
a-
attacks.
Oh.
No.
Rogue. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
On to the. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action before I move forward?
No.
Okay. Let's see. Could I make a suggestion, Annie?
Yeah?
It is your character, and you can play it however you want. Your cunning action does give you the ability to dodge. If Brahm goes down, and you're the only one here, his next target's probably going to be Lex. You can dodge, which means if he targets Lex after Brahm, he'll have disadvantage on all of his attacks. And that just takes your bonus action to do. So you do everything you just did, and then you kind of wait and look for what he's about to do and get ready to move if he tries to hit you.
I should probably do that. Yeah.
Alrighty.
How do I do that?
That is... Yeah, very fortunate. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving forward on the 13 initiative count, I believe that's Inaziah?
It is.
Inaziah, you are up.
Inaziah's gonna get up after falling prone as the juror jumped off him, which he wasn't quite expecting, so he fell prone from that. So he's gonna get up, jump through the window, see the mercenary still standing there, and he's going to try and hit him with Produce Flame.
Okay, give me another spell attack roll. Is this a save?
No, like it's normally something you can, it's produce in my hand, and then I can choose to throw it later.
So, I know that is a 7, but I also need a couple more things from you.
What the hell?
Because you're doing a range attack in melee, do have to roll one more time for disadvantage. It's still going to miss.
Well, it's gonna be the one.
Yeah, it's still
You already rolled a one.
regardless.
I know, exactly. That's the
But
point.
unfortunately, because it's disadvantage, if you won a second time, I am going to roll a critical fail for both of them, a percentage chance for a critical fail, and the worst one is going to get used. So I just need one more roll to see if you get a 1. Right now you're good. This one's not a critical. It is a failure because it's a fail, but it's not a critical fail.
Nice.
On the critical fail table. Okay, so you're good because that's not a 1 on the other one, and I'm not rolling on the critical fail table. The 7 misses as you conjure flame and try and attack him. And he is going to look at all 3 of you. God. What's his loyalty to Tydethel?
Yeah, and it's realizing, oh, I shouldn't have sent away my ally.
Alright, do you want to do anything with your bonus action before I move forward?
I don't think I have anything I can really do. Well, no, I'll cast Solele with my bonus action, I believe.
Okay.
I believe that's bonus action, right?
Yeah,
bonus action. Yep.
Yeah, alright.
It is.
So we are on to the 5 initiative count. Ooh, no, we're on the 7 initiative count. The mercenary up above. What's her loyalty?
I think I rolled mine this round, did I? Hold on. We're in the second round, right? We're in the second round?
Yeah, she is moving before you. You move at the 5 count, she rolled a 7 on initiative.
Oh, I keep my 5? Okay.
Yes. Alright. So, she's gonna step forward, club out, and she's going to look overhead, look down at you, and brandish her club and say, "Look, pal, I'd really hate for this to get ugly. The sooner you get out of the way, the sooner I can be through the mountain pass. Now move!" She readies an action. She steps forward, and she is going to attack you if you do not get out of the way. Your readied action, by the parameters that you set, would trigger, and you would attack her for stepping forward, but you're a smart, intelligent person, and I'm going to give you the option. Do you want to attack her? The trigger has activated. She stepped forward.
I mean, can he technically change his action, like respond verbally?
You know what? This is a in-between. She is ending your turn. Your turn's about to begin. I would say you can. I'm going to give you 10 words. half of what you normally get on your turn. Then you can talk, your full 25 or whatever that you get on your turn.
Sure. I'll say, okay, invite me inside. Okay. To speak with your lord. Basically. And what? It's my turn now? Continue?
Give me 1 second to think for a second. Give me 1 second to think for a second. Oh.
It's dripping with his charisma, obviously.
No, this isn't any check. She's going to pause, and she is going to cancel her ready to action. She's not going to hit you if you don't get out of the way. She's going to say, you have a few seconds to spill whatever useful information you have. If you can't see, death is raining down on us, and we've got to go. Moving at the 6 initiative count, I forgot the 6 count. The other servant who has closed the hatch is going to get up, and he is going to say, "What's your business with Tidethel?" He will. He'll pull out a dagger, still holding his ledger in the other hand. The two of them stand in front of you, ready to go through you to get through this door. It is your turn.
They seem kind of loyal to him, or just like they're trying to survive?
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you an insight check as your bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, looking at them, they seem a little bit panicked. I'm sorry. They seem a lot of bit panicked as they are attempting to do their job, but yeah, you can clearly tell there's something more in it for them.
Something more in it?
Yeah, like this isn't loyalty to Tidethel. They want to get in to this palace.
Gotta get in there. Okay. He'll go ahead and reply. If you invite me in to see your lord, my business is my own. I will let you both live unscathed to go on your merry way into the pass. Door left open. Invitation to me. and he'll be ready in action to move aside according to how they respond, basically.
Okay. All right. Let's jump up to... Oof. Stuff is happening at the end of the round. End of the round, outside. There is going to be 2 more couriers who show up outside of this building, seeing everybody fighting inside. The couriers are going to run off.
They're gonna go, not this way!
At that, it is the 21 count. The mercenary. Ooh.
Good night, Brom.
The mercenary is going to exhale and say, look at Brom and say, I guess it's to the bridge for both of us then.
Brom just smiles.
First attack is at Brom. Second attack is at Lex. And Lex, it has disadvantage on you, so I'm rolling 2. So the second 2 die, and it's going to be the lowest of the 2. All right.
Uh-oh.
He's going to hit Brom, and a 7 versus Lex is going to miss.
Yay!
All right, 13 points of slashing damage as he slashes into Brom. Is Brom still up?
Brom is still up,
Okay. He brings
but he's hurting.
He brings the sword down into Brom. Before Lex can try and catch him in the side, he swings it back at Lex. Lex is able to dodge out of the way of it. At the 16 count, it is Lex's turn.
What about me?
Oh, wait, no, 20. It is Brom's turn.
Yep, 3 more punches with the spectral arms.
That hits. Before you get into the second attack, the 8 damage is enough to drop him. I'm assuming it's lethal because he was swinging lethally at you.
Oh no, I just go to town on him. All 3.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
You knock him out. He starts rolling death saving throws. You punch him, and punch him, and he stops moving.
And as I just let him fall.
Oh, he's on the ground with him now.
You guys have 1 initiative. I'm gonna move you out of initiative order. Well, I'll finish this round, and then I'll move you guys out of initiative order at the bottom. Here. Lex. The guy before you is dead.
Yeah, nothing new. Can I go heal Brom a little bit?
Yeah,
I only have cure wounds.
That's just life in Dagger Gully. Go ahead, roll me a cure wounds.
Alright.
Inaziah, what do you want to do?
After the cure wounds goes through, how badly does once it's rolled?
I'm gonna do it at level 2.
Brom will take all the healing that everyone has to offer times 2.
There you go.
That's gonna be. It did already cast it in the higher level, so it's gonna be 6 for Brom for that spell, and then. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, that's it. Okay.
And Brom's still gonna be hurting after that. He's still bloody.
Brom,
I assume.
Brom had an ability to double it?
No, he does not have an ability.
He just really wants to feel better.
No, Brom will take double whatever you can give me, is what I would say.
So Adaziah is gonna run up the stairs, and as he runs past, he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Brom as well.
Psst, Adaziah, summon your wildfire spirit.
Bonus action.
I'm figuring it's not gonna work.
Given the luck.
Did he try before?
Well, no, it's because the hollowed ground and everything, it doesn't work for elementals.
It's not hollowed, it's unhollowed.
Do you conjure your wildfire spirit, or do you summon it? Let's see.
I believe it says summon.
I'm gonna link the talent off of your thing just for me. Oh yeah, you do summon it. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so you just cast Cure Wounds. And then
I go.
Points. Okay.
Yeah, and then I run up the stairs.
All right. You are able to run up these stairs. There is a small ladder that leads onto the roof here.
As far as I can go.
Yeah. The trapdoor has been closed, but there was, no lock put on it because they were presuming the mercenary would follow up. After you're able to just open it with your interact with item, and yeah, one round gets you on top of the on the stairwell. You can see there's a standoff here between the mercenary, the servant, and
Azure.
Azure.
He wouldn't be stealthy about opening the hatch. He would probably just throw it open.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
So, maybe there's a crash and they might look behind and see it's not the mercenary behind them.
Okay. All right. So let's go on to the 7 initiative count, and the woman, and we'll move out of initiative here. The woman's going to say, and she's going to say, "Look, Tydethel's got the mages to get out, or has got the mages and the arcanists to get out of town. Whatever your business is, I hope you're on his good side. Stand aside."
Azur's eyebrow will obviously go up because she didn't do what he asked. And I think that other servant gets to go first. In the 6.
Well, he said you're out of initiative.
Oh.
Yeah, she's gestures for you to get aside, but she's not at this point like brandishing her club at you, I guess, like offensively. Like at this point they just want to get through the door.
So he says again, with all the charisma and muster, so he's just gonna go, I don't know, how's he gonna do it? Intimidation, or what's the other one called? Where you
Persuasion?
convince someone? Persuasion. Yeah, I'll use some persuasion on them.
Okay.
Just invite me in, and that's all I need. I'll follow you in, and you'll be fine.
Go ahead
aside.
and roll me a persuasion check.
I step aside as a gesture while I do it.
All right.
That's performance.
Oh.
I can use the same roll, and I'll just
Same
add
difference,
your,
or
yeah, I'll just add your persuasion to that roll. But roll it one more time with advantage.
persuasion with advantage?
Yes. Just give me one more roll as a persuasion check, and I'll take the higher of the two. All right, they're both going to be 16s. That's fair. You are going to step aside. As you step aside, the servant with the ledger is going to move forward and say, "Look, you can come in with us. I am collecting. I'm collecting reports on Tydethel's relics throughout town and where they are, and if they were successfully stashed. What business do you have with Tydethel?" As he steps forward to the door, he is going to pull out a key and insert it. He opens the door and steps through, gesturing for Azure to follow. The woman's going to stay back, club out, and say, "All right, I'll guard this door, but send one of those mages down to teleport me out of this place."
Azure will say back over his shoulder, "You're not going to want to impede my friends either, and the magic won't work. The storm is first. You better come with us." I gesture her inside too as he steps in. I'm doing this loud enough so in his eye I can hear what's going on.
I mean, I don't know. They just butchered her companion downstairs.
She's trying.
Does she know that?
He's trying to convince.
I mean, when
She doesn't have to know.
When
Well,
blood
no,
covered...
that actually has no blood in him.
No, when
We
blood
could
covered...
just say that. We could just say that he was already dead, and we're trying to help him because we didn't know. It's fine.
When blood-covered Brahm comes upstairs, that's going to be a different story. But also, you guys aren't the only ones trying to, get into this compound. Although significantly less people are trying from this side. All the good stuff's on the other side of the complex.
Anyway, Azur will basically block the door open as he watches his servant saying all that to the woman. He would try to convince her with persuasion, really, because she's just going to die otherwise. Should I roll again?
No, I'm just kind of thinking from her shoes. God, she just does not want to be here.
Oh, by the way,
If she abandons... Oh, go ahead.
I have a potion of greater healing. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, if go ahead and roll the potion. I'm gonna say if both Lex and Brahm come up here, she's going to put, or she's not gonna put down her club, but she'll definitely sheath it and say, "Look, I just want to get out of here as much as anybody else does. I don't want to be here when that thing," and she points across the oasis at the creature swirling through the tempest, crashes through the city.
Yeah, the shield hand's pet. We know all about everything that's happening. Like I said, magic won't work to get you out. You better just go on in through the palace with your friend here and leave us be.
As you step into this area, there is you can see there is a collection of those warriors all huddled in this chamber. There are various different offices here. The doors are open and people are talking and chatting as their voices kind of echo through here against the wind and rain. There is a general look of fear and chaos kind of going through the ranks. Significantly less soldiers in here among them.
Sir will give a warm, reassuring grin. We don't mean you any harm. Don't get in our way.
One of the people are going to go to Tydethel's, or rather, to one of Tydethel's soldiers here and say, "Get us out of here!" The person is going to respond, "None of the circle spells are working. We haven't been able to move any of this anybody out of the upper palace out." They're going to then say, "Well, then let us into the upper palace. This whole place is going to become flooded." At which point they're going to say, "Everybody stay calm. We're working it out now." Azure's voice becomes, one of the many cries against, or at these administrators who are trying to administrate. It's kind of buried in, you're not the only person shouting that.
Guessing the one that
stuff that I just roleplayed, there's also kind of 5 other people shouting at the same time.
Yeah, but the one that was just
yeah.
the one that was responding might be the one with the keys or something.
Yeah, you can tell there are some magic capable people amongst these few soldiers that are in here. That probably are just as unfortunate as anybody else who's tried casting a teleportation spell. I'm gonna give the party a free intelligence check.
Okay.
This will go well.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give it to you in character and as players.
As what?
I'm gonna give it to you. So I'm gonna give you information in character, but I'm also going to give it to you as players. And give me one more intelligence check for Lex. There we go. Okay, cool. Moving from the top to the bottom. Azure, congratulations, you're inside the palace. Brahm, you are Lex and Brahm, you are aware that this has the potential to get really ugly. And Isaiah, you are aware that if you guys start slugging it out with soldiers and mages in this office, you might not have enough steam to fight Tydethel if he is held up somewhere in the upper reaches of the palace. As players, there were 3 paths into the compound. There was the combat path kicking in the front door. There was the roleplay path with the ogres in the vault. You guys have selected the stealth path into the compound through through the back offices.
Still enough chaos that we might not noticed yet.
Yeah, if things go really poorly here, it could get real ugly real quick. There's not all of the chaos outside to kind of defend you guys, where you guys might be fighting off, 4 people directly focused on you, or something to that effect. That said, there are 2 halls. There are 2 passages leading out of this. Or I'm sorry, there's 3 passages leading out of this building. There's a stairwell that leads to the palace to the south. Or there's a stairwell to the south that leads into the palace. It goes up. There's a stairwell to the east that leads down. And there is another stairwell to the east that also that leads up.
The upper palace is probably that south path, from what we could surmise.
You saw the outside of this building. You saw the outside of the building that leads, that the southern stairwell leads to. It is a newer building built onto the palace. This is all part of the compound, but you're not sure if it leads to the inner parts of that, older pyramid.
Where are the people gathered trying to get to that they seem to think is the best place to go?
You guys are in the lobby of the groundskeepers, of the groundskeepers facility. So
the
if you were to,
did let us.
yeah, they let you guys in. The woman the guy opened the door and let you in. The woman, who's standing outside guarding it, just wants to get out of here. She's still guarding it because that's her post. As soon as, the last messengers are here, presumably she's going to. As you guys stepped inside, where they're kind of thinking they're getting teleported out to the pass to the east, there is, they're informing people they can't teleport them out and they're working on a solution now. Presumably all of the servants that you guys have seen, the couriers, the different little mercenary groups reporting in, that, their belief is they're coming in here and then they're getting transported out after they fulfill their obligations, are all still in this large open lobby. So the groundskeepers, these are the people that would, tend to any of the structures of doing, repairs, building on the foundations, anybody who tends to any of the gardens, the offices of the servants who, kind of manage the estate.
Okay, I'm gonna look at one of the guards saying, because earlier you said one guard said we can't let you in.
No, I don't think any guards have confronted us except the two that we
No, not us. He was confronting someone else.
Yeah, he said he can't let them into the upper reaches of the palace.
I'm gonna.
Where was that?
This conversation's kind of happening in the center here. There is a fountain in the middle that everybody's gathered around. They've kind of set up a soapbox, and they're collecting these reports and ledgers from like the different servants coming in, and handing them off to somebody going deeper into the palace.
I'm gonna go up to that guard and say, we need to speak to Tydethel immediately. We know why the teleportation's not working.
You are trying to pass your intentions off as an ally. You did not technically tell a lie, but I am going to say you need to roll me a deception check to hide your motivations.
Azur's gonna kind of stealth away while this is happening.
Okay.
Nice.
I was hoping to avoid the deception check.
You have to let like me or Brom do it.
Oh, Brom has no deception.
Well, that's why I didn't lie. I was like,
Oh.
Azur is okay at it, even though he doesn't have the skill, just because of his charisma.
I was like, we need to speak to Tydethel because we know what's going on. Not a lie.
He's going to say, sendings seem to still be functioning. We're sending the most important information to him by foot, but he's barricaded himself in. What's going on with the city? What's going on with the magic?
There's in order to avoid a fight further, I will explain a little bit. There's a curse being put on the city. There's black tendrils coming through, and it's blocking all teleportation.
Is it the God's curse that's been going on for the past couple of weeks? Or for the past week?
I don't... This out of character, I don't think it is. I need to look at what the spell was again. But I don't think Hollow does that.
You're probably referring to...
The gods did not curse this city. People cursed
Well,
this city.
I know that too, right? But
They might be referring to when people became sick and from drinking and drinking the water, basically.
I don't think Hollow has that effect. That's what I'm saying. So I would probably say, no. This is something else.
Okay. Azure.
Mm-hmm.
I gave you 3 paths. And let me do this the most fair. Let's see. I gave you 3 paths. Where are you stealthing onto?
Did I overhear that he barricaded himself in? Part? By chance?
Yeah, I'll say you hear that. This guy's talking loudly.
Probably a direction that nobody's really going in.
Okay, you take the stairwell leading downwards.
I had to go upwards, didn't I?
That's...
They said upper palace, didn't they?
Oh, okay. So let me explain the stuff going on. So out of the 3 passages in here, only seldomly are people going up either of the 2 stairwells that lead upwards. The stairwell that leads down, nobody is using. There are guards watching all of these stairwells. Some of the guards are paying well attention. Some of the guards aren't paying too much attention to their posts and more so on what's happening in the middle of the room. There's a southern stairwell that leads up and a eastern stairwell that leads up. If you want to take one of the ones that go up, which do you want to take?
What? I remember the way that the other pyramid palace was laid out. Was it the oldest part was occupied by the Lord, or these newer parts?
When you were in Morgan's, the oldest part. Her throne.
Okay.
Yeah, her throne room was in the main hall for hers.
So down does make sense. All right. Yeah, we'll go down.
Okay. Azure, I would like to read you some stealth or some perception checks. 9, 19, 13, 10, and 8. Out of the passages that you told me and guards posted where in the room, there was only one passage where nobody would notice your not terrific stealth check.
And which one is that?
The one you chose.
Awesome.
They're not really paying much attention to this path.
Okay.
Okay, Azure is going to sneak out of the room as this conversation is happening in the middle. Anybody with above passive 13 perception, and your party is going to notice. Otherwise, Anaziah tells them what is causing this, a spell effect. He's going to gesture and say, "Hey, you take them to the Arcanists in the servants' quarters. They're working on a solution for this." He's got information. One of the mercenaries is going to step forward and say, "Come on, I'll make sure you're safe."
Okay. Thank you.
We're splitting the party.
Seems like it.
I mean, you guys can opt not to go.
If you guys, I could say you guys can come with me if you decide you want to come with me.
I'm gonna follow Anaziah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you guys did overhear them say the servants' quarters and whatnot, right?
Lex, Azure has stealthed off down a passageway, and Anaziah and Brom are being led into a different area. You are in this open hall with all of these different servants. What do you want to do? Do you want to follow Anaziah and Brom, or do you want to follow Azure, or do you want to take the third path that nobody else has taken?
I really want to take the path that no one's taken, but I know that I'm going to get hurt.
For clarification, which path are we going down, and which path compared to which path?
Anaziah and Brom are being led to the southern stairwell that leads upwards.
Okay.
Azure has taken the eastern stairwell that leads downwards. There's another eastern stairwell, on the northeastern side of the room, that leads upwards. That is the only passage no one's taken, is the one on the northeastern side of the room that leads upwards. That said, what was the decision for Lex?
Are there any guards nearby? Or, wait, are we...
Yes.
Were there managed to get us in the room?
Yeah, you guys got on the roof, and you walked through the door into the groundskeeper's building. Inside of this building, it is the all of the offices and the facilities where all of the groundskeepers and all of the people who tend to the estate are at. So if you were to think of like a guest house on, like a mansion or estate, or like a servant's house or like a gatehouse, this would kind of be something like that. Like this is where the shed, where the lawnmower would be kept, and where they would store kind of like all of the extra dining stuff when big parties come, and just the general
of servants.
Yeah, the general menagerie of the servant staff and the things that they need are all kept in this area. You guys are behind enemy lines inside of the mansion. There are guards here. There are less of them than in other areas, but there is not the chaos distracting them here.
Okay, so they're
if
taking.
you guys start something here, you will likely be flooded. And by flooded, I mean, just yelling down the hallway, one more person might come, and one more person might come.
Yeah. So from here, they're having like carriers run some of the important information directly to Tydethel, right?
Not if you
presumably.
listened.
Okay. I kind of want to see if I can intimidate the guards into letting me go through. Because I don't know. I probably still have blood on me from the guy we just killed, right?
You have a what?
I probably still have my dagger out and everything, right?
Yeah, and unless you want to put it
Nice.
away, you have the option to put it away.
And he hit you.
No.
I'm correct, right? Did he? No, he meant.
No. I'm perfectly fine. Braum got whacked.
I got
fine.
fucking whooped.
Exactly. I was perfectly fine though. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess, try and intimidate one of the guards into letting me through. Because I know that the Sisterhood or whatever is who's behind the storm instead of just what is the storm. So I can say that.
Okay, which
And
passage
also
are you
just-
going to?
I suppose. What's the most guarded one?
The most guarded one is the one to the northeast.
Okay, I'll go that way then.
Okay. There are 2 guards on this passage. They are... I guess I'll roll them up real quick. And let's see how dedicated they are to their job. The 2 things I need to see, their loyalty and are they keeping it cool. Alright. And charisma checks for if they're keeping it cool. Alright, so you're going to step up to these 2. One is elvish in nature, and the other one is a shattered tiefling. They are going to look at you approach and say, "Hey, wait till you get your or wait until this guy needed some name. Fiamos gives, or wait till Fiamos comes up with the plan. Or we'll try and get everybody out the palace as soon as we can."
I need to talk with Tydethel. Now.
Are you holding the dagger up to him?
Honestly, yeah.
Roll me the intimidation check.
Yes!
Alright.
Wow.
You are going to hold up this dagger to this guy. And I would say Lex is able to get a little bit physical if she wants to. Push forward, push him back against the wall. And the other one is like the person's going to going to start to yell and it's like, "Hey!" And as he does, his companion's going to stop him and say, hey, you've got training, where are you from? As he cuts in.
Does it matter? Well, I don't know. Does that matter right now? I have information about who's created the storm.
At which point, the other guard the guard that you have pressed against the wall, the tiefling is going to look up and say, "Tough luck. We'll ever let you pass your work." At which point, the guard who stopped him from yelling is going to say, "Look, no, it's fine. I'll escort her up. The more information we have about this, the better." And he's going to say, as long as I'm with her, nothing's going to go wrong. The guard's going to nod and say, "Put that thing away," as he looks down at your dagger, the one you have pinned against the wall.
Okay. I have, but I do put it away.
They're going to nod, and then the mercenary who's talking to you, the elvish one, he's going to start walking down the passage, gesturing for Lex to follow.
Nice.
All right. Let's roll a d3 and re-roll on a 4. 1 Azure, 2 Lex, 3 Brum and Inaziah. Re-roll on a 4. All right. Azure. You are going to. It is this whole pyramid. This whole pyramid. Once you get inside of it, there were not windows initially built onto this place in any fashion. The whole place is dimly lit in the inner corridors, as only torches and sconces provide light inside. Otherwise, light is provided. Oh wait, there is no light because it's nighttime in a raging tempest. So yeah, this whole place is dimly lit regardless. Anyways, as you are stepping through here and you are descending, you are going to turn into a passage that is below the main hall. You can hear the echoes of people fighting above you, and there is no light down here. You pass a open iron. You pass a open room. It's the same chaos as before. Or same chaos as before, as most of the stuff has been either looted or abandoned. There are open iron cells, and all above you, the water is dripping into this place. Above you, you can see that there is a large grate that goes over the top of this place, and ever so often, or rather not so often, as you move further in here, you're going to be able to see people above you fighting, dying, looting, and just generally that scuffle of chaos as you are back in, you're underneath the main chambers. Unfortunately, the ground here is incredibly muddy, as the water from above that is pulling up is dripping and falling down into this chamber, likely mixed with lots of blood. The light down here is going to... the torchlight doesn't exactly hit down here. As you get further in this passage, there is no lit torches down below. You are in darkness as you move underneath the main chambers. For as far as you can tell, this area seems to extend, maybe occupying a 30-foot square further forward in front of you into the darkness. What do you want to do? Are you still there, Steve? I can't hear you.
Oh, I'll light a torch.
Okay. When you light a torch, you're gonna become a little bit more aware of your surroundings. There are spikes lining the walls down here. There are also bones and carcasses littered about.
So it seems like a torture/dungeon type area.
I'm looking real quick at your passive perception.
10.
Oh, 10? I have you at 9. When did it move to 10?
I have no idea.
Okay. So you are going to be able to tell. This thing got a 9 on its stealth check, which, you know, when you're attacking something, it goes in favor of the attacker in
A tie.
yeah, in checks. And I had you at a 9. You are going to be able to tell there is a creature down here. This is a... As it starts to come together, this is some sort of fighting pit that people like on above would like look on and gamble in. Whatever creature is on the other side of this room, it is hunched over and it is gnawing on something. It has several spiky protrusions and actual limbs coming out of its back. It is unlike anything you've ever seen before. It seems to have noticed you as you look over at it. It is going it seems preoccupied with whatever is in its mouth. The light from your torch illuminating it just a little bit, you can see that there is blood, and whatever it just killed is fresh. Whoever was supposed to secure this place or close the iron door you walked by likely got mixed up in the chaos.
Okay.
That said, I'm going to say you have one action before this thing engages on you.
Will ready my sword, but at the same time back away to see if it'll just stay distracted,
Alright,
enjoying its meal.
I'll roll you a juiciness check. How
Okay.
juicy was the thing it just killed? I'm gonna say if it is... I'm gonna give you a 55% chance. Or I'm gonna give you... Let me look at this thing's intelligence. Because if it kills you, then it can eat you and it.
Right.
But if it doesn't kill you...
It can eat food right now.
Yeah. So let's go. Oh, it's got a 6 intelligence. All right. So I'm gonna say I'll give you a 50. I'll give you a 52% chance. No, I'll give you a 49% chance because it really should kill you, but it could go either way. So
Okay.
1 through 49, it doesn't attack, and or I'm sorry, 1 through 51, it doesn't. Hold on, let me get that math right. 1 through 49, it doesn't attack. 50 through 100, it does attack. 3% chance as you start backing away, it is going to look at you, you know, entire carcass in its mouth, some wolfen creature, and it is going to its spikes flaring on its back as it focuses on its meal. You are able to back out of this chamber.
Once he's out of its, like, I don't know, as soon as he thinks it's focused on its food, he's just gonna kind of scuttle out of there quick.
Okay.
Even run after a while.
You pass back through the room of iron bars, passing through the large open iron gate that led you to this dark chamber.
Go ahead and close that gate.
Okay.
Well, I might want to use it as a distraction. Yeah, I think I'll run into the chamber and say, "It's down there! It's gonna kill us all!" You know.
Wait, you're going to run back into the main chamber and say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so as you do, you run back into the main chamber, screaming, it's going to kill us all. I'm going to come back to you. Alright, evens. Okay. Lex, odds, Brahmin, and Isaiah. Evens. Lex. You are led down a side passage.
Sure.
Up into a stairwell. After a slow climb, you are on the northern side of the palace, walking along one of the ledges in a walkway with open arches, and I forget the name for it.
Alright. Is there
Is
there like a railing on the ledge?
There is, I would say there's a low railing, but for the most part, as you are walking along this walkway, it is covered, and you can see out over the northern part of the town.
Can I shove him off the edge if the railing's low enough? How high is it?
Yes, there are more things I need to describe to you, but that's fine. He's going to stop and say, at that point, I will let you try and shove him off, and I will go back to description after the results of this check. It is a shove attempt,
yes.
Contested by his athletics check.
Oh, so my athletics, or wait, what?
I think it'd be your strength versus his athletics.
Your athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics. If he wants to get out of the way, it's acrobatics for him. If he wants to hold his ground, it's strength.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
All right. You are going to shove him as he stops and says, and he turns and you shove him off the side of this palace.
Yay!
At which point,
quick enough.
Does he have... I'll give him a dexterity save to grab the edge. And he is going to step on his hand. He is going to grab the edge before, sliding off of this, before he tumbles off. And he's going to hold on to the edge of this building. And he's going to say, Wait! Stop! I want to help!
I kind of,
Lex.
Yeah.
Standing over this man, looking out into the rest of the city. A lot of this part of the town, it's a descent into the lowlands. There are buildings and stuff built into the cliffs and ledges that make up the central and higher parts of the town. Those buildings are falling off of the cliffside as the rain kind of triggers like mudslides in the distance. You can see kind of like the torches and buildings like crumbling. What's your decision as this man is dangling here? Because if you don't act quick enough, he's going to be able to move on his own.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him, I suppose. Well, he's already close to the edge, so I suppose I should just ask him, like, who are you working with?
he's going to say, I'm an adventurer in the region. I got a barmaid pregnant. I'm gonna have a family. I want to know why they're not telling us everything. Why can't the mages get us out of here?
I'm gonna pull him up, but as soon as I pull him up, I'm gonna take my short sword and I'm gonna point it at his throat if I can. Still have him near the ledge.
Alright, you help him up, and he's gonna say, look, if you know something about the storm, I want to know too. They're not telling us anything. They're having us back there waiting. I got a woman I'm sweet on down there.
What's going on right now? Oh, I don't know. Down there right now, it's a magical storm. The only way to get out is on foot. Magic doesn't work. Look, if you go back down there and you tell them that you already sent me to him and I'm currently talking with him, I'll let you go. But if somebody comes after me, I'll cut you up into so many tiny pieces. The girl that you're sweet on will never find out where you are. Okay?
Yeah, it's Dagger Gully. He doesn't care about being.
I know.
He's going to say, look, this passage, he points straight and says, leads to Marshwind Pass. I think the best thing to do is, to get whatever force we can, whoever you know that's working, and we get in the caravans and we get out of here. If magic can't get us out of here, he starts panicking a little bit. Are you with a company?
Oh no. Quick question, because I don't think I wrote this in my notes. Does the Silver Sigil have any say on who the princes are or want Tydethel dead? Because from what I hear, it's mostly just like people and then Morgan. Only if you remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think that's something we've covered as far as the Silver Sigil stance on Tydethel. Go ahead and roll me a history check on if, Lux has heard any rumbling gossip of it.
Not my best.
I mean, a 15 is not bad. Especially in 5e. Excuse me. As far as Tydethel's concerned, the Silver Sigil doesn't like him, but for the most part, he provides a little bit of stability of the biggest fish kind of stops the other fish from going crazy. He's a very, from what Lex has heard, he's a very small-minded man. Happy with his little corner in the world, and so he's not really a threat to them. Of some of the worst people some of the people who are much worse that could be in this position. If anything, if he dies, they probably aren't going to care. But it's not like he's on their list of world leaders to remove.
Alright. I suppose I'll just tell him I'm with what's her name? The Murder Bride? No, that's Boldahari. Apologies. Yes. That I'm with Morgan.
Oof. How's this guy feel about, gang going... He's, you know what? He's done with this. He's gonna say...
I just wants to get out of here.
Yeah, he's gonna say, look, the squabbles between, the princes and princesses of the crown aren't, the squabbles between the princes and princesses of the crown aren't, for me to concern myself with. But what I do know, right here, right now is that Tydethel controls two of the only passages out of the city, the Southern Gate and Marshwind Pass. If you've got a company, we've got to roll up to Marshwind Pass and we've got to hit them hard. Tydethel has a large amount of his force over there in the east. I don't even know what they're doing.
I kind of. Look, just take me to where Tydethel is, and then you can go. Wherever you need to go.
He's gonna look at you and say, what's in it for me, though? If what you say is right, then I've got nothing left at this palace. He's going to turn to start walking down the corridor and says, good luck!
I'm gonna let him
good
go.
luck?
Yeah. Sometimes I wish that I was chaotic neutral so I could just shank people, but I'm chaotic good and he has a sweetheart, so that was like a
Alright, let's, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes of dedicated attention, and then I am going to move on to Brahm and Isaiah. You are on this passageway that leads, or you're on this passage on the top part of the pyramid. The pyramid is built into the mountainside. He said on the other side of the mountain is Marshwind Pass that can lead out through the mountains outside of the city. From what you can tell, this seems to be a straight passage, or this seems to be a straight walkway into the mountainside. When you asked him to take you to Tydethel, this was the path he started taking, but you don't see any way that bends back into the palace.
honestly, I think I'm just gonna sprint that way, the way that he was leading me to see. Then again, he might have just been taking me out there to talk. I don't like him. I should have just shanked him.
I should have let you fall.
Wow,
What do you want to
really. I don't have sending, so I can't even ask all my guys, like, where are y'all? You know what I should have done? I should have cast Charm Person on him. Oh my god. I feel so silly. I guess. Didn't he tell me? Didn't he suggest another way to take me to him? While I was interrogating him, he mentioned something.
He did.
I don't remember what it is.
He did say something about taking you to Tydethel. So...
I thought he
as a
mentioned the
dungeon master-
passage.
Yeah. As a dungeon master to a player, this is a big bad of one of the regions here, and you are in his lair. Maniacs probably don't want easy walkways right into their, private rooms. If anything, here you'd be looking for some sort of secret passage or some sort of hidden corridor. From everything you can tell, this corridor does not lead directly to Tydethel that you are in. So it's either go back to the other room or, search for whatever passage he mentioned.
I guess search for the passage that he mentioned, because I don't want to go back there, because I don't want to get caught.
Okay, so you are on a passageway. you're on this passage that leads towards you're on this passage that leads towards the mountain pass. Walking along the outside of the pyramid, the way this pyramid's tiered is at different sections of the pyramid. There is, about 5 foot or 10 foot wide walkways until you get to like the upper reaches in which it's just a complete smooth pyramid. All of the stone out here is smoothed into a slope that would just like it's not like a stoned pyramid like you might imagine like the Egyptian ones. It's like a smooth slope leading down into any of the buildings connected below here. On all of the stone there is those mosaics and murals that have been painted into and gemmed into the stone that have faded somewhat over time.
Okay. Can I shout out for a guard? I want to see if I can intimidate someone again, I guess. Honestly, it's worked out so far, so.
The other guard did not seem apt to work with you. That guy stopped him from signaling other people.
Yeah. Huh. Okay, so I don't know. I don't suppose...
Mosaics are made of tile, and you mentioned gems and stuff too.
Oh yeah. I suppose... Can I touch the mosaic? Sorry, my brain isn't...
Yeah, you can. You feel the gemstones that have been left here by them. As you look over this, what languages do you read?
I think I only read our letras in common.
Yeah,
and Thieves' Cant, but like that doesn't really count as like a written language, I don't think.
You can't understand this, but you are able to tell the mosaic and what's left of the gemstones here, and the holes of where ones once were. They are characters. You don't recognize the characters. They're large and take up this entire walkway. They dance around an image in the in the background. Here, it is tarnished in a lot of areas. And, I mean, you'd probably have to walk the whole passage to get more info about it.
Okay. What gems look like either less or weirdly shiny? Because normally if they're less shiny, then they might be new, so, yeah. Sorry, like, do any look as though they've been recently placed again, or replaced, or adjusted, or...
That is going to be a investigation check or a perception check. Perception would be like if anything catches your eye. An investigation check is going to be, picking out a area of this wall and trying to pick it apart. All right. Okay. I'm going to roll I'm going to roll some checks for myself, and then that's going to help me move forward. Lex, you lucky daughter of a gun. So, this is a long passage, and I was like, what are the chances that Lex would even start searching in the right place? Very, very low. But, through some gods of the dice tonight, is beyond me. Lex, you're going to start looking along the wall and the different sections here. You notice an area where a lot of gemstones have been taken, or have either been taken, removed, or fallen out over time. But there is one of a different make here. As you inspect it, you can see that this gemstone has been placed here recently. It is unnaturally gleaming.
I'm gonna get my short sword. What can I whack it with that is not my hand? I have a torch. Do I? I have a crowbar. I'm gonna whack it with the crowbar. I don't want that thing touching my hand. I don't know if it has magic or anything.
Okay, you rock it with the crowbar. Give me a attack action against it.
Wait, what's that? How do I?
You are attacking it. So you just roll me a d20, and the crowbar will function as a club, which you should be proficient with as a rogue. So you can add your strength and your well, I mean, you're gonna hit anyways. Your strength and your proficiency bonus. At which point, roll me damage. It's gonna be one. It's gonna be 1d6 plus your strength.
I think that's it. Or yeah.
Okay. As you oh, I'm sorry, a club is a d4. Reroll that for me as a d4. That's my bad on giving you the wrong die. Alright, so it's going to be 4 points of damage as you bash your crowbar into this thing. Where you would expect a normal gemstone to crack, scratch, or at least show some, sign of damage or being impaired. This gemstone instead kind of hums as if you just... It hums in a tone that kind of like resonates, as if it deflected off your attack. You can tell there is something not natural about this gemstone.
I do not like
it
that.
It does not bear a scratch on it whatsoever.
And nothing else happens?
No, nothing else happens.
Okay. I suppose I could inspect it, I think? Or identify it.
Think you want to do an Arcana check, you mean, or?
Actually, yeah. Honestly, Arcana check's probably the best. Yeah.
Okay, go for it. All right. 21. Yeah, you're gonna be able to tell this gemstone should be damaged, and looking closer, you can see it actually was just like a little tiny scratch on it. It's in, most gemstones are incredibly hard regardless, and would probably take about this much damage, but the scratch kind of mends itself. This is a magical stone. It is probably having some short-range effect on something nearby, or doing something to the structure from being placed inside of it.
Okay. Is there anything metal around it?
Anything metal around it? Not into the wall.
Okay, that's fine. I don't have anything big on me. I kind of want to break down the wall because it might be assisting the wall to stay together.
You have a crowbar.
I
Crowbars
do.
are good for prying things.
Oh, that's a bad idea, but I'm gonna try and pry it out of the rocks because my character is not the best.
Okay. I'm gonna say roll me a check with your thieves' tools. And add your strength to it, unless you can justify how you use another stat. And you are proficient as a rogue with your thieves' tools.
Yes. Strength, right? Okay.
Yes. All right. Do you want high in your favor or do you want low in your favor?
Hi.
Okay. So normally that would not be enough to remove this stone out of the wall. But you did bash this thing with a crowbar a few moments ago, so I was thinking if you lodged it in further, or if you shifted it enough that you're able to get some leverage off of it. Fortunately, when you smack this thing, you created just enough space within the stone to get a little bit of leverage on this thing, and you're able to pop the stone out.
I'm gonna put it in my bag.
Okay, as you remove the stone, a portion of the wall is going to start dissolving further down the walkway. It's not major. You surmise that this might be like, and it's only about 5 feet away from you, like maybe 5 or 10 feet away from you. You surmise that this probably isn't the only stone maintaining whatever illusion or transmutation spell that's keeping this wall up, but a portion of it does dissolve into sand. There is enough space for you to walk into the opening.
Okay, I'm gonna just go over to the opening and I want to see if there's any torches or anything on the other side.
It's lit. Stepping back into the pyramid, again, you're in that dim lights scenario. In this hall, there is a stairwell. As you step through, there is a stairwell that leads up the inner part of the pyramid to a balcony immediately to your. Let's see, so you'd be facing south. It would be immediately to your right, which would be eastward. There is another small, or there's a small viewing ledge that you are on that goes to your left, which is westward. Oh, I'm sorry. The one that leads up is westward, and the one that that maintains this altitude is eastward. That said, you can look down into the chaos of the main. You can look down into the chaos of the main hall. You can see Tydethel's office hovering above the main hall. Down below, there are people fighting, sparring. People running in and taking things. The line of mercenaries that was holding the gatehouse to the south that you guys were looking at before when you were outside of the structure has folded in. They have bent around a small area where things have been piled up in a corner. From Tydethel's office, you can see there is there are 3 walls that cover it, and there is a opening that allows him to there are 2 walls that cover it, and there's an opening that kind of allows him to look over the whole interior of this structure. Up with him are 4 different people. They are sitting as he looks down over this place. He walks to the edge of this area, and ever so often you can see him with some sort of device. There is a smile on his face as he chuckles and fires a ray down into the fray below. Ever so often, he misses. Another person is going to come and take it from him, and then attempt to hit somebody below with this device. It does not appear at all that he is in danger.
Okay.
That's because
how
we're not
far
there
is
yet.
he from me? Yeah. How far is he from me? Can I shoot him?
You can shoot him, but let me roll you a percentage check. You know what? You roll me 1d100. And I'm gonna give you the same parameters. High is in your favor. Low is not in your favor. Alright, you can shoot him.
Okay, I guess that's what I'm gonna do now.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
Oh, they're totally gonna notice and I'm gonna get caught. I'm gonna have to run into the building.
You wait until it's Tidethel's turn with this magical relic. He steps to the edge. He says something to the people behind him. You can't make out what he's saying or what they're talking about. It seems like a leisure thing for them. He points it at somebody below following him. As he gets ready to fire, you fire your arrow. The arrow streaks towards him and is dead on target until it gets to his room. It collides with something you can't see. There is some barrier of force that prevents anything from entering from below. The arrow crashes against it, shattering, and it falls below. That said, Tidethel is going to look at you as he aims the device at Lex instead. Roll me initiative.
Oh no!
You have the chance to act before he hits you. That was a surprise attack on your turn.
I'm gonna turn around and run into the building! I'm just gonna be like, nope, no thanks,
tonight.
not today, bye! Wait, what?
I rolled an 8.
I'm lucky!
I rolled an 8! I rolled a freaking Alright, so Lex, you are going to run off of the walkway back into the building. A moment later, as you run in, Tidethel, it's going to get to his initiative round and he's going to fire the device at you. This ray streaks into the walkway, blasting parts of it aside as it falls into the fight below. If you peek back around,
I do not like that.
Yeah, seems he's passed it on to someone else. Alright,
I hope he thinks I died.
well, no, I mean, he saw you run away. You basically, he turned to fire and you jumped out of the way. The initiative was just for, who acted first. Alright, that is, we'll come back to you. I'll keep that initiative order for the next round. Let's finish off tonight with, Brahm and Inaziah. Alright, you guys are led into the Arcanist's quarter, and...
Well, we're being led there.
Yes, you are being led there.
So, where's
Who's
the
leading us?
a guard?
Who's...
Guard, does he look
Or a
armored?
mage.
Yeah, was it a guard? Was it a mage or like a armored guard?
You know, I'll roll you a check. It was a guard, but I'll roll you a check on how capable they were. The percentage die is going to be their capability from, you know, grunt to grizzled mercenary. You know, when they say they're not sending their finest, they're sending murderers. And this guy, definitely, they're not missing anything out in the main chamber by sending them with you.
Okay.
Next question. Did we see which way Lex went?
Did you see which way Lex went?
Because we know which way Azure went.
You
Do we know
guys,
which way Lex went?
you guys were led out of the chamber before Lex made her choice.
I know.
How about
That's
this?
why I'm asking if we know.
I will give you guys the same thing I gave to Lex. Roll me a D100 with the higher in your favor of just like as you guys are being ushered out, you know, kind of looking back over your shoulder and maybe getting like a passing glimpse of what Lex is doing. I'll say above. Oh, well, I was gonna say above 60%. You guys get a passing glance. Yeah, you saw Lex heading to the northern part of the chamber. Presumably, the only thing that was there was the northeastern pass. You can assume Lex is either trying to negotiate her way into that passageway or sneak into it. There were 2 guards in front of it and, you know, a door blocking the path, so... How successful she is? Shrug.
Okay. Is there... What's in this hallway that we're walking through? Is there, like, rooms, windows?
Okay, so this is a building, so this one, does have, windows along the passageway. However, most of the stuff, like this servant's quarters, is not decorated with anything. There might be, like, mounts, for, like, armor stands or statues or something, and, mannequins with, like, draped clothes over them, but it's not the finest things, like, on these pedestals, walking by. It's barely worth a glance. As you get a little further south in this passage, you do notice that part of the wall slopes inwards as it is connected to the pyramid, and you are on a stone walkway transitioning, or I guess a different type of stone, like an older type of sandstone is whatever this was, like, is built into one of those pyramid walkways. You are led to something very similar to before of like what you were in the groundskeeper's offices, except much smaller in scale. This is a building that has been built on one of the walkways leading around, you know, the pyramid at a different tier. You've seen
no side rooms yet.
Yeah. You've seen one of these structures outside of the compound. You know, there's different areas that they've built onto this pyramid. On one side of the room, you see the stone pyramid and its sloped walls. On the other side of the room here, it is furnished. There are desks here. There are people working and walking, comparing notes. There is a mercenary in here too. The people in here are talking to one another. There is a teleportation sigil on the floor here. It is lit up as it has been cast enough times that it is a permanent sigil that brings people to the spot. The people in this room, the banter they share, I'm not going to like go through and roleplay each person. They're trying to figure out why it's not working. People can't teleport in presuming they've called for help, and also people can't teleport out. Within this room, there are about 10 different people of magical aptitude. Some seeming to be either seasoned arcanists or their apprentices with them.
Meaning librarians, possibly magical, I guess.
They're all
Yeah,
mages
you guys-
of some kind.
You guys were aware Tydethel was hiring magic users to come into the city to remove curse and making money off of selling remove curses to the people, because the city's been dealing with cursed water that nobody knew was cursed. And this has just kind of been an ongoing thing, but we've had so many sessions. If you remember the mage who was run down in the alley, who hid behind you guys when this first started out,
Yeah.
he was hired by Tydethel to be here to help provide, more cleansing capabilities to the curse. All of those people who aren't Dagger Gully citizens, who, aren't used to this chaos and stuff, they're the mages who are being run down in the street and stuff for their reagents and that, because what are they going to do, teleport? That said, these people look to be in a similar boat of not necessarily like in Tydethel's colors of like owing him loyalty, but just like, God fucking damn it, if we don't figure this out, we're all gonna die here.
My question was, where's that Phoenix hatchling right now?
Oh, hey, there are 3 different people. I'll re-roll on a 4. 1, Brahmin and Isaiah. 2, Azure. 3, Lex. It is following Lex, as she was the one with the most open space above her. It likes storms. It doesn't understand why it doesn't like this storm. It flies out from Lex's shoulder or under the corridor into the water. The water does not mix with its form. It flies back in, it caws, it reforms itself, it flies out, it doesn't get it. That said, though, back to Brown and Inaziah. What are you guys doing? I'm giving you guys kind of the lay of the land before I say you enter into this chamber. You're on the passage. You're on the walkway. This walkway is not open, as they've built a wooden structure or a stone structure on the other side to kind of close it off. But you guys can see the room you're being led into.
So my original plan was, when we were out of sight, get rid of this guard somehow. Maybe into a side room, but it didn't sound like there was a side room anywhere.
How long is the hallway before we get to the room?
How long is the hallway before you get to the room? Oof. You guys have about a 30-foot passage.
So we have 30 feet to take out this not so impressive guy if we want more information.
Yes.
And we'd
I just
have to
kinda-
do it silently.
I just kind of shoot Anaziah a look.
And Isaiah's looking at you going, yeah, I know.
They do close the doors as you guys step into this passageway from the groundskeeper's office. They
I
are
punch him in the head.
barricading that place in. Okay, roll that with advantage. As he is leading you, they'll probably just like, okay.
All right,
so we've
I'll
got
just roll
the
it
other,
again too. Oh shit!
yeah,
So it's a
okay.
19. So I hit
It's
him.
fine. Yeah, the
I
22
do.
is going to hit, dealing 8 points of damage. And he's going to say, so we're good. You have a second attack if you want to.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hit
he
him
is-
again.
Okay.
Ooh. No, I
Oh
don't
wow,
have
that triple 9. So
Don't have a,
I'm pretty sure
you still have a
when
third
a
attack?
creature is
No.
surprised, let me look at it if it's all of your actions or just one attack. The thing I hate about the surprise condition is it is non-existent this edition.
Rom, didn't you have one of those quick reference sheets that kind of summarizes that stuff?
Yeah, I linked it in the campaign
Scholars.
discussion.
Scholars.
No, campaign discussion is where I linked it.
Campaign discussion.
Check that link out, Brandon. It's a really good little
It's-
thing.
It's fine. I've got it up.
Edition of.
And I'm going to be acting really quickly here right after Brandon. I'm just curious to see how badly he's injured from that.
Okay. So I will say that he is. He's definitely reeling. I'm not going to give you advantage on all of your attacks against him. Definitely the first
Yeah.
one.
The first one definitely makes sense.
Yeah. He is reeling. He is surprised, so he can't take an action this turn, but he will enter initiative count on the start of his turn. For Inaziah, he is... Oh, that was the other thing I was looking up. Pretty sure he is just barely bloodied by that. Oh no, he is well beyond bloodied. He is... he's barely keeping it together as his head is ringing. He's gonna kind of like shake his head, bloody nose, bloody lip, and look
Alright,
at you guys.
in that case, bonus action Shillelagh, club to the side of the face.
Okay, you're gonna try and hit him too? Go for it. Give me an attack roll. I think you already casted Shillelagh.
It lasts for
earlier.
1 minute though.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an hour. Might be. Go
But
for it.
it's a cantrip, so
And give me one more with advantage.
Okay.
He's aware that Braum is hostile. All right, let's see. 14. He's going to. He gets his shield up just in time. This is still on his arm, and fends off the shillelagh.
damn it.
All right, roll me initiative. All right, gods of the dice. If you don't do
Oh,
anything
no.
else for me tonight,
Oh,
let me please beat an 8.
no.
All right, session's over tonight. I'll see you guys later.
Yes, you didn't beat it.
I rolled a 4, but he does have a dexterity bonus of 1, but he doesn't have an initiative bonus. All right, so he's moving in the 5 count.
Not really.
Yeah.
You have to do a dex comparison in the 4, right?
Well, they both have a +1.
No,
But
Yeah.
since I rolled a
He-
3.
He's at a 5. He's at a 5. He's at a 5.
Oh, so you got
I'm-
a 4 plus 1. Okay, I see what
I'm
you're saying.
just thinking real quick. All right, he is looking at both of you, and he opens his mouth to shout down the hallway. You guys have one initiative.
I insert
Brom-
fist.
All right, give me an attack. You gotta hit him.
You
You gotta
mean
hit him
Brom
with
can't
one of these
interrupt?
3 attacks.
2 attacks. That'll hit.
Why the
All right.
hell am I rolling a 9 on
The
my second attack every
23
time?
is going to knock him out. Is it lethal or non-lethal damage?
Non-lethal.
All right. your fists are going to slam into him, and he goes, "Ah!" and kind of like twirls over as like the fist, just bashes him into the shoulder or in the shoulder or something, and he falls over flat.
No, what I wanted to do was as I'm punching, with the second punch, I try to punch him on the side to so that he doesn't fall down, and try and catch him so that he doesn't make noise on the floor.
Okay. I'm gonna roll you guys a check if anybody in the chamber notices. They notice the door open, obviously in like the distance, and maybe a couple people looked up at you guys. But you guys, this happens so quickly. Like one person looks over down the hallway, and they are all back like around this desk, talking, pointing. One person going to the sigil on the floor, casting a spell, and nothing happening. At which point, you guys are on notice.
I whisper to Brahm and go, okay, we need to find the others, and we need to get rid of this guy somehow.
Just put him behind one of the pedestals.
There's pedestals in the hallway?
Are pedestals, the thing that statues are on top of. There are the mannequins in here, whereas normally you'd expect like elaborate, beautiful things like you. Well, no, you didn't see in the rest of the place because you guys didn't go in the main hall. They're mannequins. They're dressed in garbs, but more so, you think the servants kind of decorate these for practice rather than like any sort of
Oh, they're like practicing dressing the Lord or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there are bases that these statues are on. They're not like pedestals that rise like 5 feet out of the ground. They're like 3, maybe 2 feet tall bases that are large and made of stone and placed in this hallway. This is where more stuff can be displayed, but it is not in any so matter elaborate or elegantly like laid out.
This is more like a servant's back quarters or something than where Tydefla would go regularly.
He would never come back here, probably.
Well, then he would probably come back here if he had to leave,
Well,
or if
maybe the wizards, maybe, but
yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna slide him off to the side. Do we want to go in and talk to these guys? Because you said there's 10 people in there.
Yeah. There's all things told. All things told, there's 11 people in there. There's one more mercenary guarding these Arcanists as they try and figure out what's going on with the circle.
I just kind of look at NSI and say, yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here because we are not doing so hot today.
So the doors behind us closed. So we walked past the guard, I'm assuming?
there's the stairs, sure.
Yeah. So when you guys told the administrator in the last room that you had information on why the circles weren't working, you said take them to the mages, to the Arcanists, get it figured out, and the guard escorted you southward. They opened the door to the stairwell to the south. You guys took the stairs up. You then took the corridor. You took the corridor along the side of the pyramid into this room.
Okay, and there's no other way around anything.
The room is in front of you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would have taken him out before we got to the top, or right as we got to the top of the stairs, so that we weren't seen by anything.
Okay.
Because
and
on the stairs,
again, the people.
If the door is shut behind us and they can't see us as we're coming up the stairs.
Okay.
Like how tall is the flight of stairs? Is it like 1 story, 5 steps?
We're not seen right now.
Yeah, you're not seen. The the flight of stairs leads you up a story.
Okay, yeah. So I probably would have taken him out like halfway up the stairs.
So, but what I'm asking is, there's only 2 ways out of this hallway: the way we came and into the next room, right?
Yes. Presumably in the next room, there is some other way. There is some other way, into the main complex, or back into the Groundkeeper's quarters.
I just look at it as, hey man, one way or the other. Which way are we going?
I look at him and go, well, without the guard, we're not likely getting back the way we came.
So,
Do we want to?
forward it is.
We might need to talk our way out of the next room.
I hope you can talk better than I can. Because I have 0 charisma.
All right.
I'm
So-
just muff.
All right. So we're gonna go into the Arcanist room.
Okay. And just like I said before, they are really determined to get the circle working. And one person is going to say, telling you it's forbidden. The other person's going to say, no, it can't be forbidden. I'm not detecting any type of magic like that around. Another's going to say, it's got to be hollow then. Hollows can't overlap to cover the area that they're covering. Another.
I'll walk into the room, and as I'm hearing that, I'll go, it's a modified version of a hollow spell. It's infecting the ground outside, and it's weaving tendrils throughout the city.
No one's teleportation magic is.
Is going to actually, let's see, how high up are you guys? I'm gonna put a percentage die. Okay, I've got to do some reading. He's going to say to you all, or one of the Arcanists who's leading this group, or actually a halfling is going to step up to you guys, and he's going to say, and where did you study at? How did you come across this knowledge?
We were out in the city when this happened, and I examined the tendrils going across the land. Right? It is not a hollow spell per se. It's amplified and changed some way. Right? I have the ability to summon a elemental, right? But I can't do that as well, which also lends to the idea that it's a hollow spell.
They're going to look at each other and say, well, and the halfling will speak up and say, it should be affecting a radius, but we've already tried from one of the upper rooms. We still can't teleport out of here.
It's the entire city. It's gigantic.
It's going. The halfling's going to look at one of the other more seasoned wizards in the room, and she's going to say, "Do you think?" And he's going to say, "Yes. Maybe if we can get even higher, perhaps above the clouds. That storm out there did look mighty vicious. Is it tied to this?"
Possibly. There's a lot going on.
Good assumption. The storm shows up. These black tendrils show up. People can't teleport. And I give them kind of like one of those, what the fuck do you think looks, where I'm like squinting my eyes kind of and shaking my hands back and forth like, duh.
Anyway, we were told we needed to inform you guys of this information as soon as possible. We have others we need to inform. We're going to continue on our way.
They are going to start posturing theories. The solution they start working on is creating, a portal with a teleportation circle to get people out of there, but they need to get everybody high enough into the clouds and enough people that it's feasible.
Okay.
Besides,
Is there...
taking an airship from someone, they don't really have any ideas because they can't all cast fly on people one at a time to get them out. One of them in the room says, "Hell, I'll save myself." He steps out of the room and he's
just
gonna
flies
be
off.
gone.
That's out what?
He casts I mean, you guys don't see him, but yeah, he steps
Cast
out.
fly or something.
There are now 9 people in this room. Or 9 people plus the one guard, so now it's from 11 to 10.
What other ways out of the room are there?
If you're looking... Surprisingly, there's a mercenary on the... There's a mercenary on the eastern side of the room, standing near the pyramid, the part of the wall of the pyramid that slopes down. But there is no other way out of this room.
So so there's just the one door to this room.
Yes.
2 doors total.
No, it's the one
Oh,
door
it's a hall
into the room.
and a door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one door into the room. You can roll me an insight check.
Alright,
Brahm, you get the feeling that the mercenary in this room is guarding something. As he seems to be more so on post rather than watching these people.
I look at him and say, "Is there any way to get higher in the building right now?"
He's going to shake his head and say, "No, they locked down all the passages. I couldn't get you in if I wanted to."
Why are we locking down the passages? I don't know what's going on other than, we were just told to come here.
One of the arcanists in the room is gonna say, Looters down below. Tide Ethel took him and his friends up to his penthouse. Nobody can get in, out, up, or down until we figure a way to either get everybody out of here or everybody down below. Well, you probably don't want to think about that. I bet it's rather bloody in there.
Well, we passed quite a bit of blood on the way here, so but I definitely don't want to get attacked by looters.
again.
Again, yeah.
The mercenary here is going to say, "Look, normally stones, I don't know, there's a door here. There's no door now. I was told to come and guard the passage in case it opens back up. But I'm just happy to have front row seats to the first ticket out of here."
That fly spell sounds really good. I don't know much about spellcast.
as you are talking, the Arcanist behind you, who is still trading ideas back and forth, and examining, this sigil, is going to say, the doorway you're talking about, the wall's transmutable. It's probably some short-range magic that they're using to control it.
How does magic work? I don't know. I don't know how do you do magic. What do you mean short-range magic?
He's gonna say, huh? You just gave him an idea. He's gonna say, look, the Kayans, their structures were extravagant, all filled on magic. Their cities used to fly. Their cities used to fly. And he is going to start running out of the chamber and say, "We can levitate the city!" As he...
Which way is he running out? The way we came in?
Yes.
I'm gonna start following him.
Yeah, he just abandons. It's like, look, I worked. Wait. And he starts running.
We're gonna follow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, well, he seems to have a good idea. The rest of you guys seem useless. Deuces. And he follow.
All right. He runs into the main chamber. At which point, oof. Gosh, everybody's gonna be low-key reconvening here. I was planning on that to end us at 8:30, but we can go for a few more minutes. Okay, so, Brahm, you run back into the room, following this halfling wizard as he yells, "We can levitate the city! We can levitate the city!" The administrator...
And as we're running past the guard that we totally destroyed, and who's now tied up by... I'm going to keep pushing him forward so he doesn't notice.
I'll just push him past. Go.
Yeah, just kind of nudging him past. I like this fly idea. Let's get the fuck out of here.
He bursts into the main chamber, and the administrator, who's still taking reports, he's gonna say, "Is the circle working?" He's gonna say, "No, but if we get high enough into the clouds, we can teleport everybody out of here." The administrator's gonna say, "How do we do that?" He's gonna say, "I don't know. The Kayan cities used to float. If we can figure out how to turn it back on..." He shrugs and says, "That's all we got. Otherwise, we're dying in this storm tonight."
And I guess Azur runs in now.
Yeah, and as the administrator's
That thing's gonna kill us all.
Azure, bursts into the room. "It's free below. It's gonna kill us all." Azure, is that what you say, or do you wanna?
I'd like to retailer that. I'd be like, "Some nasty flesh demons down there. It's free. It's gonna kill us all. Guards, get down here." Yeah.
And unfortunately, Azure, looking over your shoulder into the darkness, I believe you have... Oh no, you gave up your dark vision for a different feat. Yeah, you see a shadow moving.
I still have a torch. But,
Yeah, you still have the torch, but I mean, it doesn't, the bright light of the torch doesn't reach all the way down there. You see a shadow moving. This thing did follow you, albeit not on your toe or on your heels, but it was definitely looking for you to be the next snap. Your words aren't very far off. It isn't lunging out, but it is definitely past any form of containment.
It's stalking you.
Yeah. That said, as you say that,
Now you do a persuasion check while I say it.
Oh no, nobody needs to. Nobody's gonna be like, he's bluffing. They're just like, shit, whose job was it to secure the fighting pit? It's like,
Right.
where's Joe? Joe never checked in. Is Joe dead? Joe might be dead.
Joe never came back.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, these pits were left open. But, I mean, they don't say that exactly, but there's a look of terror that kind of passes through here.
Yeah, so I'm basically maneuvering for a way to kind of vanish into the chaos once it begins.
Okay, yeah,
And-
that... oh, go ahead.
Did Lex come back into the room too, or?
Don't think she tried. Lex?
No, she didn't. Lex is gripping her heart on the northern passage, which is
okay.
very fortunate because the administrator is going to say, all right, levitating the city. That is our goal. The halfling is going to say, yeah, I think it has something to do with the temple in the middle of the city. If we only had more time to study it, he's going to say, you, with me now to Tide Ethel. You four, down the chamber, contain the pit beasts. And they are going to walk to the northeastern passage. At which point...
All the guards are gone, right? That's all the guards?
Oh,
Fingers
ooh.
crossed.
I tried to call all the guards.
There is the final guard of the 5 is following the administrator with this halfling as they go to the northeastern door. There's one more
Okay.
guard who's guarding that door. At which point, they're the ones who's following with them. There's no one
As
guarding
all the guards are...
Go ahead.
As everyone's splitting up, and Isaiah's gonna make his way towards the pathway that we haven't gone through, and that he's assuming Lex went down.
Okay.
Well, that's
yeah.
the northeast one that the administrator's going towards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's-
guys all follow them. There's only
Yeah.
so much manpower that they have. You can see Lex, a little further down this passageway,
Uh-oh.
and she
And
is just
smoke
like,
rising from like a crater behind her. Yeah.
yeah, back pressed to the wall, a pile of sand on the floor, portion of the wall dissolved. And-
I still have my crossbow in my hand, I think.
A phoenix flying in and out.
yeah.
Being very upset.
Okay, yeah, Azur would have sheathed his weapon and slid off and kind of walked up right with them as they followed him out. Basically.
At which point, what does he even make of Lex?
Hello there. Lex, honestly, when she notices,
Well,
Probably
you
just-
Lex went that way, right?
Nobody knew
again?
Lex went that way.
The guards did. She threatened them, or the one, and said, "I need
Yeah.
to speak to my Ethel."
Yeah, and
Okay.
you know what? Now, with
I'm gonna lie my butt off.
with a little bit of posse following her, this lady is gonna be a little bit, or this tiefling's gonna be a little bit more on their game, and it'd be like, "I've got her, sir," as she is going to step forward in front. Gosh, is this guy? I need to roll a insight check for this guy. Cool. I can't get a good roll tonight to save my life. He's going to then gesture for Azure, Inaziah, the halfling, and Brum, and say, "You four, with me. We go straight to Tide Ethel. The sooner we get off out of here, the better."
Straight to Tide Ethel. Okay.
He passes by Lex and this guard squaring off. That said, give me one quick. How's everybody feel about this? Are the characters going to follow him? Are you guys going to help Lex? Like,
Okay.
No matter what, Lex
One
is
guard's
gonna
facing
try
off.
and lie their butt off.
So there's 2 guards walking down this hallway.
No, I think the guard stops.
No. So here's what happened. Lex threatened this lady earlier.
Okay.
While the administrators were handling all of the servants, or while the administrator was handling all the servants and the guards were guarding the passageways. There was a guard who wasn't loyal to his post and was just like, wait. This lady's got something going on. He's like, don't call for help, I'll take care of her. And he walks through the doorway with Lex because he secretly doesn't want to be here. And he's just like, look, I got a lady, I used to be an adventurer in this region. I got a lady pregnant.
Okay,
you
so
know,
I had a way out. You
Yeah.
might be a way out. I'm gonna take it.
At that
Got
point, him and Lex talked, and he was like, Lex can't offer me anything, I'm gone. And he goes back through the door and leaves, and the lady's like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, best, whatever happened to them, you best be getting out of here if you want to save yourself. The next thing that she knows, she steps through the door, and, with all of you guys, as the administrator tells, her, the halfling, and you guys to follow him, steps through the door, and Lex, the lady who threatened her, is standing there huffing against the wall. Whatever happened between her and the other guy has no bearing on the fact Lex did threaten to kill this, did threaten to hurt this guard. So as you guys are walking, the administrator sees Lex, sees that the secret passage is open when it shouldn't be open, and before he can say anything, the guard who Lex threatens steps forward and says, "Don't worry, sir, I'll handle her." He is pleased with that and says, for the party, who he thinks is on the side of the halfling, who is hired by Tydethel to follow him to Tydethel to keep him safe so that they can relay the very important information that if you guys can levitate the city into the clouds, you can start getting people safely out of here.
Alright, so there's 2 guards in the party, in the whole group, in this hallway. One who's leading the administrator, right?
No, there's only
Lex.
one guard, the shattered tiefling. She was the
Who
one
was facing off against Lex.
Yes, who was facing off against Lex. The halfling and the administrator both are on Tydethel's payroll, and he is assuming that I rolled an insight check. He is assuming you guys are on the halfling's payroll, the wizard. He has told you guys to come with him. You are now his hired muscle as he wades through this chaos to get to Tydethel's Tydethel's office.
Okay. So Anaziah's gonna be at the back and try and put a little bit of distance between him and the group and try and cast Hold Person on the guard in front of Lex.
Okay, do you guys want to end here, or are you comfortable going for 5 more minutes? Because I definitely...
I think if we go for 5 more minutes, it's going to wind up being... we're going to stop in the middle of something.
Well, mostly I want to keep this... I want to have this energy right here so I can see if this lady's going to fight Lex or if she's able to lie her way out.
Lex is literally just gonna drop to the ground and be like, "What the heck is going on?"
You're gonna feign dumb?
No, Lex is gonna be very angry, and they're gonna be like, "That guy tried to kill me!
Okay.
What's going on here?"
Roll me a deception check.
Oh no!
Alright. The lady's gonna draw her sword and she's gonna say, "He tried, I will." And let's end right there for the night, and we'll pick up with initiative next session.
Well, this means we have to kill everybody.
The rest of us.
I mean, I didn't get to kill the first guy,
This
so
is
I
the
get to make
stealth
it up
path.
next time.
Well, here's the thing. If hold person works, in theory, Lex could just throw them off the edge and follow in behind them.
Yeah, totally. I'd love to do that.
All right. Oof. Combat. You guys beat a Is it okay if I just add up this whole encounter next session? Because
Yeah.
it was 3 major
Sure.
encounters in this place.
Sure.
Well, like,
And
we're a ways off from leveling up anyway.
yeah. So next session I'll add up all the experience. I will say great job tonight. You guys are on the precipice of getting into Tidethal's office.
That's starting to go so bad.
Am very happy I didn't kill Steve. I didn't kill Azure tonight. That
If he-
creature
if he
down
fought
there
that thing,
was
it might
like
have killed
a
him.
CR6 creature
Oh damn!
on its own, and I was just like, ooh.
I do
well,
find them, don't I? What
I'm
CR was that
surprised.
Phoenix I fought?
The
He said it was comparable to a dragon.
Damn.
yeah, that thing was a little higher too. But yeah, so whew, wiping the sweat off my forehead there. All right, so good job everybody tonight. And our next session is going to be on the 20th of March. If you guys need me to reschedule, just keep me informed, and hopefully we'll have a new player joining you guys next session. Thank you
I
everybody
feel
for watching.
bad for Panda. Showed up and didn't get involved.
Oh no! She
Panda's character's
yeah,
not ready
she wanted
yet.
to listen to one session.
You can
Oh,
unmute.
okay.
You could unmute yourself if you want now, Panda. Of course.
All right. I'm gonna end the broadcast, and we're gonna hang out for